covering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McGinley scores! Partly cloudy skies, 55 degrees in Pontiac, Michigan at Notre Dame Prep, and they're hosting this semifinal game. But this game involves two longtime rivals, a Catholic League opponent and an independent. It's Country Day against Orchard Lake St. Mary's to try to get to the winner of the semifinal, Notre Dame Prep. Hello again, everybody. My name is Chad Bush alongside Joe Mooney. Joe, we've got a champion that will be decided today, not in this game, but an important one from two rivals. Country Day comes in with Cade Wilhelmi on the mound to try to shut down this potent St. Mary's offense.
Yeah, Cade is an imposing figure, 6'4", 285 pounds, great football player as well. He's going to be an imposing figure up there in the mound against another storied program at Orchard Lake St. Mary's.
St. Mary's, meanwhile, goes with Paul Tuvalian. He's been their #1 all season long. What can you tell us about the Lenore Ryan commit?
Yes, Paul Tuvalian is a Lenore Ryan commit. He's a D2 commit, but he's a D1 player overall. This kid is absolutely, he is special. He's got special stuff. He's 92, 93 on the mound. He's got a wipeout slider. The kid is actually great on the mound. He's going to be great today.
Two-story programs going at it. Joe and I will have it for you next. The conversation with Aaron Krause, the Associate AD at Pontiac Notre Dame Prep. Glad you're with us. More to come right after this. Welcome back to the district semifinals. We're about set here at Notre Dame Prep. Proud to be joined by the Associate Athletic Director at Notre Dame Prep, Aaron Krause. Aaron, what a beautiful setting today for a district title here in Division II. What does it take to put on one of these district championships?
Well, we're incredibly fortunate to have such a great baseball community. You know, it's all hands on deck to put together such an event like this. Very fortunate to have, 4 real competitive baseball schools as well, which makes it really easy on our end from a communication standpoint. We can get everyone on board and enjoy a great day of MHSAA baseball together.
It's been an outstanding season for your club. This has been a record-setting year for wins. This program's really humming with what they've done with Coach Gendro and the Irish.
It really has been, and Coach Gendro, since taking over, 8 years ago, has done a tremendous job. One thing I love with this particular group is a number of multi-sport athletes, kids that were part of a baseball and a soccer state title this fall. So they've been in big moments, but I think more importantly, love representing their school and playing for us here at Notre Dame Prep.
What's it like from a competition standpoint? Are these kids talking to multiple sports saying, listen, we did it in football, we did it in soccer? That becomes contagious, right, in a good rivalry?
It really does. So I think there's that expectation of not only who's next, but I think being in that big moment and knowing how to handle those pressure situations is something we've seen with those athletes has really played to our advantage during the course of the school year.
Betty Roble, of course, your longtime excellent athletic director. She has to be proud of what she's put in place here. Talk about Betty, her influence, and her impact for Notre Dame Prep.
Gosh, and I think when you think Notre Dame Prep athletics, Betty Roble is that first name that comes to mind. Not only a legendary volleyball and softball coach, but you see her footprint in this athletic program. I think particularly with our coaches, our parents, our community, just living that mission statement of Notre Dame Prep, and no one lives better by example than Betty does.
What's it like here at Notre Dame Prep for those that have not attended here or been a teacher or an athletic director? What's the vibe at Notre Dame Prep? What makes it special?
Sure, and I think it's special right when you come on campus, and that goes back to the people that we have here. The teachers, the coaches, the parents, the student athletes, individuals that really just buy into that mission of Christian people, upright citizens, and academic scholars. It becomes contagious, just like that winning has this year, and we're just super proud of the community that we have here at Notre Dame Prep.
We've talked about the success in the fall and some in the winter. What are some other spring events going on this spring? And I know you guys are shooting for some titles and some districts and regionals upcoming.
We are, and today is one of those big days, you know, district and state final day. We have some athletes in track and our girls tennis team. We're hoping for big things out of the day. Obviously, with baseball, the district final coming up, it's been a great year, and there's so much to celebrate. So hopefully we can cap off this spring with another title or two.
Thanks so much for having us.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys being out here and the coverage you provide our athletes in Michigan.
You bet. Thanks so much. That's Aaron Kraus, the Associate Athletic Director at Notre Dame. We're back with more on the Preps coverage of the district semifinal and finals right after this.
What makes a school great? What sets this school apart? It can be a challenge to sum up or pin down, because it's so many things. Some you would expect, some you would never imagine, a few you will never forget, ever. It's discovering new talents, challenges to rise to, chances to shine. It's growing in spirituality and character, knowing we are each called by God to be a light in the world. It's exploring widely, understanding deeply. It's a family of friendships, passion in action, service to others, and maybe most important, it's a spirit that lifts us up, drives us forward, brings us together, and once experienced, makes you part of Notre Dame Prep forever.
All right, we're set for baseball. Chad Bush and Joe Mooney with you. And Cade Wilhelmi on the mound to face Luke Crichton. The leadoff hitter. We'll get to the starting 9 for the Eaglets shortly. But here we go. Second offering. Strike call. That's the breaking ball. And out of Wilhelmi, we can expect to see that fastball, but it's really that changeup, Joe, that's his best pitch.
Yeah, watching him in pregame, that changeup is filthy. It runs away, or on the arm side to inside of righties and away from lefties. But it is a really great pitch. I mean, you don't know it's coming out of his hand. It looks like a fastball, but then it just pulls the string and slows down immensely.
Yeah. Crichton having a big season. He's committed to Indiana. Luke also a basketball player on a team that went to the Breslin under Todd Covert.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll be talking about him a lot this day. I mean, this kid is a great athlete, and we'll talk about his lineage, his genetic gene pool, as we should say, on his mom and dad, who are, his mom at least, is a good athlete, very good athlete.
Batting .417 on the year and in a battle here and now. His dad, Brad, is the head coach of St. Mary's girls basketball team and an assistant on the boys, and his mom is Courtney, all-time leading scorer at Rochester Adams girls hoops history and a standout at Oakland U.
Yeah, she can play. Like, I've seen her play before.
There's a swing and a drive fairly deep to center in the gap with room, and the catch is made in center field. And a fine catch ranging in the gap by Anthony Cartwright, the center fielder. One up, one down.
Yeah, this is what Wilhelmi's going to have to do every single throughout the day. He's going to have to, continue to pound that strike zone.
There you see the lineup. Crichton leading off. Bauman bats second in right field. Hudson Brustevich is in the on-deck circle. He's at short. Andrew Treibel is the first baseman batting cleanup. Wyatt Borby is the left fielder. There's a ground ball in the hole to short. Long throw won't be made. He'll eat it. It was a good decision. Bauman runs well. It's an infield hit for the Eaglets, who have one on and one out.
Yeah, not a lot he could do there. I mean, obviously, that ball in the hole, that's a tough play for the shortstop. So not a lot of opportunities for them to make a play on that one. Just, good put it in play kind of spot there.
So the infield single sets the table for Hudson Brustevich. Having a big season. The power numbers are impressive for Hudson.
Yeah, we'll see if Bauman's going to have an opportunity to run here. I feel that Bauman probably will run right here.
Brustevich committed to Notre Dame. 400 hitter on the year.
Wow.
And a strike called.
Yeah, this is what they have to do. They're going to have to look at and make sure that they get a good feel for the zone. That's a low pitch. Maybe the umpire likes that low pitch. So you're going to have to make the adjustment as a hitter.
11 doubles, 38 RBIs on the year. And he pops it up. Shallow left field, playable for Zeldis. And he'll make the catch for the second out of the inning. Back to first goes Bauman. And now that'll bring up Drew Treibel, the hottest hitter in the lineup for St. Mary's.
Yeah, Treibel is someone that has really come on as of late. And I really, since the Adams game, I would say, Adams when they were at home, he hit that bomb and has really been fabulous after that. I think he had 3 hits. He was player of the game. He was G of the game. This kid has been a really good player and just been a force for them in that cleanup hole.
It's a pretty left-handed swing. Uncommitted. This is a power 4 bat for the Eaglets. Wilhelmy to the set. There goes the runner. Pitches low. Throw down to second, and it is not in time. Safe at second base is Bauman, and now in scoring position for the RBI machine, Drew Treibel.
He got a great jump. This is really off of the pitcher more than it is the catcher. The catcher had, I would say, right around the 2.0 pop time. He was really, really good. And so I think that, I think it was Marvin there behind the dish. He had a really nice throw.
So in scoring position, base is open. If they want to pitch around Treibel, it may not be the worst idea.
No, I think you're right, Chad. I think that this is, especially right now, they're 2-0. Probably don't give them anything to hit. Yeah, they're
nibbling on the outside corner,
which is smart.
Drew's sister Mia is playing softball right now for Orchard Lake St. Mary. She's a senior.
Yeah, you should hear about. They're talking about a family of
full of
sports freaks.
Yep. Strike called, a little flirty outside quadrant fastball to Drew.
Good take though. Good take. You know, it's 3-0 count. Good take. He's gonna look for his pitch only.
The sisters committed to James Madison. Good size lead at second for Bauman, and that is ripped just past Big Higgins down there, operating camera.
Yeah. Watch your lips on that one. That was a good 100 miles an hour off the bat.
Wilhelmy, not a small fry, 6'5", 285. An imposing figure.
Yeah, he's a dog, man. Look at that guy.
That one is ripped to right again, and Wilhelmy says, I'm going to go right at him.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely filling the A gap right there, don't you think? I mean, that guy's like, he's pulling around, and he's like, I'm coming through like a truck. My gosh.
Left tackle at Toledo in the future.
Yeah, the kid is.
But the baseball numbers are impressive. A sub-1 ERA last year on the mound for Wilhelmy. Brother of former Yellow Jacket and Laker as well. There's a shot. This is deep to center. Way back to the track, to the wall, and it's off the wall. Into score comes Bauman. And Drew Treibel continues to terrorize pitching in the state of Michigan. That's his 9th double of the year, and Drew Treibel just continues to shred.
Well, I got to tell you, I think that they probably should have listened to us, Chad, and probably pitched around Treibel, right? I mean, we were kind of saying it. Hey, he's got a base open. Why don't you pitch around him? And he got to 3-0 and just kind of flirted there. Cartwright didn't really. I mean, I'm not sure he would be able to make that play, but that was a. He didn't exactly see it coming off the bat. Cartwright saw it, kind of froze right when the ball came off the bat. And the thing is, because it was an absolute seed by Treibel.
Eaglets trying to add on. Tribal runs well. This is Borby, the batter. So the 2-out RBI double for Tribal. He just continues. Of course, he had that 3-run home run that we saw in the Catholic League Championship that the Eaglets lost 5-4 to Brother Rice. Quite the battle.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I mean, although like they could have pitched on a Tribal, but Borby's like he's hitting 340 this year.
Yep.
Dad. I mean, it's like the rich get richer when it comes to the St. Mary's. I mean, and I think that's the big difference, Chad. When you're looking at these great teams that are playing, you've got some teams. The great teams are all good, 1, 2, 3, 4. But the 6, 7, 8, 9 guys are the ones that are hitting 340, 350.
Yep. Ground ball to short. Rosenberg up with it. Throw across the diamond. Inning over. But not before damage done. 1 OLSM on the Tribal terror to center. First, life gives us many. From buying your first car or first home to starting a business, Alliance Catholic Credit Union is here for you every step of the way. From checking and savings accounts and youth accounts to auto loans, mortgages, business needs, and financial planning. A full-service financial institution with over 70 years of experience. We're committed to serving your firsts, seconds, 50ths, and every day in between. Alliance Catholic Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
4 wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut. The sun is out. It's shining, and a district title will be claimed today by one of these teams. Here's the starting lineup for the Yellow Jackets of Country Day under Steve Lepkowski in his 11th season, 93 grad of Country Day. Chase Dawkins leads it off at second base. Kyler Marvin, the catcher, bats second. Jerry Dixon is third. He's at third. Connor Daines is the first baseman batting cleanup. Ty Rosenberg, the shortstop. Cartwright is the center fielder. And we'll get to the rest now.
Whoa. Yeah, I got to tell you, Chad.
Andy Oakes is in right field, batting seventh. Cade Wilhelmy, the pitcher, bats for himself, batting eighth. And Tommy Zeldez bats ninth for the Yellow Jackets. Paul Tuvalian on the mound, Joe. Your thoughts, sir?
Well, I mean, you watch him warm up, and you're going to say, the first impression you get is, wow. Like, that ball kind of explodes out of his hand. I mean, to see a high school kid have so much control at 91, 92, I think that's pretty impressive. So the first thing is that his arsenal starts off with his fastball. I mean, I don't care how good you are in high school. It's hard to hit 91, 92.
Yep.
It's hard, dude. It is a hard game. So he's got to establish the fastball, and then he's got a great slider, and his changeup is big. The thing is that hurt him. I'm just going to make a comment here. That hurt him when he was down in the Catholic League Championship, down in they played it at the PAL field down at the old Tiger Stadium. It's a turf mound as well, and he was slipping around that mound. Couldn't get comfortable with it. It's not a dirt mound there. That's a turf mound, and so he had a hard time, and he still threw well, right? He still, I thought he probably pitched better than Illich, frankly, in that Catholic League duel. But he did struggle, and it was a little bit rainy there too, but it was slipping on his lead foot, his left foot. When it steps, he always looks down at it and kind of like, hey man, I'm not exactly getting my structure there.
All right, here comes the number 2 hitter, Marvin, the catcher. A leadoff walk by Tuvalian, the Lenore Rhine commit. Righty against the lefty. Pitch is on the inside corner for a strike. You mentioned Paul's arsenal, and boy, is it a good one. And that fastball, most electric stuff on this staff. And the cutter, you mentioned, And you know, he's got the curveball back a little bit, Joe, and lost it maybe throughout the year, but he seems to have that back. You get 3 pitches working like him.
Yeah, he's
and watch
lights out. Chase Dawkins, though, is pretty fast over at first base, so he's got a lead. Oh, he's picked.
They got him picked off and dropped ball by Tribal, and so that will cost him a base, and that's a big one by Dawkins, who gets there, the future running back at Northwestern.
Yeah, watch this. So what Tribal has to do, when he knows he's picked, he's got to go towards the pitcher. He doesn't go towards the pitcher. Let me tell you why. He waits for the ball, and then he's got a bad lane, so he's trying to rush it. What you have to do, if you know the guy's picked, the first baseman's got to go towards the pitcher, and then you have an open lane to second base to throw the ball.
No doubt. Marvin the batter, and he looks at one upstairs. You mentioned the walks and the trouble for Tuvalian.
I'm telling you, though, this is where you get athletics. I mean, Chase Dawkins is an athlete, Chad. That's what baseball needs. You get on first base, you cause some havoc, and heck, he got picked off. It wasn't even a great play, but then his athleticism gets him to second.
Yep.
You bobble the ball for a second, Chase Dawkins is going to make you pay.
Dawkins, great speed, running back in football. He's committed to the Wildcats of Northwestern. And he can cause some havoc out there. Just underway, 1-0 St. Mary's, no outs, 2-2 count. Tuvalian against Marvin. And that one's fouled away.
And this is where really Tuvalian really has to understand that he can't have, for him to win this game, he's got to have no self-imposed or self-injuries, right? He can't, like, give up walks. He can't, like, you know, hit guys. He's got to basically throw strikes. It's going to be very hard to hit his stuff if he throws strikes.
We'll see what he gives here on the 2-2 offering with a runner at second and Dawkins with a big lead. The pitch, got him on strikes. Strikeout for Paul Tuvalian. 1 up and 1 down, and that'll bring up the 3-hitter Dixon.
Yeah, just a great pitch here. Just wipe out slider right there. Great pitch.
So Jerry Dixon, who was out for about 6 weeks, he just came back recently, but a big missing piece for most of the meat of the year. Batting .385, batting in that 3-hole.
Look at this dude too, man. He is like built. I mean, that dude's just a dog right there. My gosh, Chad.
Some flow as well.
Oh, his flow is fantastic. I love his flow.
Low quadrant strike is called.
But look at that, man. That is he's just a meat and potatoes guy right there, man.
That's what you looked like in the 80s.
Oh, dude, I was
kind of
way
flow?
more buff than that. I was way more buff than that. Are you kidding?
The flow. I'm talking about the flow.
Oh, the flow? I'll
never
show
get
you
to that buff, ever. No way. Ground ball chopper up the middle. Handled by Brustevich, fire to first, and they got him by a step. Runner advances to third. There's 2 outs, and that'll set the stage for Danes, the cleanup man.
Yeah, good play by Brustevich. I mean, just a good athlete. He's got a hose, too. And I will tell you that Dixon he can run. So he's a good player. I like that kid. Good makeup.
Yep. Had to hustle to get that out of his glove.
Yeah. I think his flow slowed him down.
Chopper to second. Charge by Klein. He'll have to hurry. Throw to first. Got him. So a couple of ground outs after the runner at second. And a runner stranded. 1-0 Orchard Lake as we go to the second at beautiful Notre Dame Prep in Pontiac. The store is set up. He's got the order, and he's off. It's a full court press. These brands are knocking it out of the park. This, my friends, is the speed we've come to expect from this team. Just look at the precision of that move. And it's out of here.
What makes people stand in this line like this for 3 hours? Because we're not Dunkin' Donuts or Tim Hortons. These donuts are made fresh daily, and it's made with love and consistency. We got the same ingredients. It didn't change. The people know that, and that's why they standing out there.
Here's the starters defensively for Detroit Country Day. Marvin behind home plate, Dixon at third, Rosenberg at short, Dawkins at second, Daines at first, Zeldis in left, Cartwright in center, and Oakes in right. And Wilhelmi back on the bump. St. Mary's with 1 run in the first on the Drew Tribal RBI double, his 9th of the year. So here comes Essig, the DH today. Essig, a Central Michigan commit to be a PO, but he can swing it as well. And so here he is representing. And he grounds one to short, handled by Rosenberg. And 1 up and 1 down.
Good momentum here by Rosenberg here. You can see just flows right through the ball. Look at him. Yep, right through the ball. He's not waiting for the ball. He's not flat-footed when he gets the ball. He's on his toes, and he's fielding the ball through the ball, so he's got his momentum at first base. Just an absolutely routine, but you know, the little things as I look for, Chad, and that's some good footwork, some good hands right there by Rosenberg. Good job.
Well, it's not making the routine plays that'll get you out of this state tournament.
Yeah.
And it can't be overlooked.
Another one to Rosie.
One hopper to Rosie.
Can we call him Rosie?
Yeah, why not?
Let's go Rosie.
All right, Rosie with a fine, smooth play over to Daines.
Look at Rosie.
Quickly 2 up and 2 down.
Rosie, this is a spinner. So this is off the left-handed side of the bat. It's a spinner, so he's got to wait for it a little bit. He does a smart thing, gets the right jump, and fields through the ball again. By the time the ball is in his glove, his momentum's going to first.
So Zach Essig and Klein Carter are out. Here's Anthony Elezai, the catcher, the Michigan State commit. And known for what he does with his wizardry behind the dish.
Yeah,
with his receiving.
Defensively, he's there's no one I think in the state that's almost as good as him. Like he's really top tier. Captain of the team, leader of the team, on and off the field, great kid.
And he draws a walk. So a 3-pitch walk after 2 quick outs. Also a good leadership move. Let's make this kid work a little bit, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think that was smart. First of all, I'm not sure if that was a give and take from the coach, but just smart. I mean, he had 3 pitches total in terms of the first 2 batters, right? So the last thing he wants to do is just, swing at the first pitch, ground out again. You have 4 pitches and he's out of it. Made him work a little bit. I think that's smart by Elezai. That's good. That's just high IQ baseball-wise from Elezai.
Yep. So, throw back to first.
I don't see Elezai. I mean, he's a good athlete for a catcher. I just don't see him really a stealing threat for Marvin right now.
He's got a courtesy runner over there, Schilp, I believe.
Yeah, they just substituted in. Gotta love the courtesy runner.
Isn't it a nice thing? Would they have courtesy ran
they
for
would
you?
have courtesy ran for me all day long.
Really?
Oh God.
Even after you beat Desmond Howard in that race?
Yeah, that was my sophomore year. I put in some weight. And
this is Duff, Preston Duff.
Duff's
having a fine year. Center fielder. Also plays on the soccer team where he's a standout.
Look at those forearms, dude.
Oh yeah. Been doing those forearm curls.
I don't know. For soccer players, that guy's got to have the biggest forearms on the soccer team.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Those are Popeyes right there. Look at that dude.
Yeah.
Watch this guy. Maybe is it the sunlight, Chad, that I'm getting? I mean,
no.
Look at that.
No, you're seeing it clear.
Yeah, my gosh.
Went hunting for that one upstairs.
He felt his Popeyes are basically going to, hopefully it wouldn't pop out, right?
As much as the forearms are impressive, he's known for his legs and known for his running ability. This is the fastest eaglet on the team.
Yeah, he's a good athlete.
Schilp at first with a courtesy run. 2 outs, the 1-2. There goes Schilp upstairs. Throw to second, and the Eaglets have their second stolen base of the day.
Not a bad throw from Marvin, right? Marvin's doing a good job down there. I timed that pop time at around 2, just over, but really good too.
It's a shot to center field. That's a base hit. Schilp around third, headed home. The throw from Cartwright is cut off, and it's 2-0 St. Mary's on their second 2-out RBI of the day.
Yeah, it all gets started by Anthony Alesi taking that walk, Chad, with 2 outs. This is like, people don't get to see that stuff, right? Oh, they just forget about Anthony Alesi. Anthony Alesi taking the pitches that he took, get him on first base, courtesy runner over to second on steal, and then they get him in on a base hit with 2 outs. That is baseball right there. Great, and it all starts with Alesi, I'm telling you.
Set the table, and his courtesy runner came on in, and there goes Duff, and they will never get him.
No.
That's the 3rd stolen base of the day for the Eaglets against a fine receiver and thrower in Marvin, but there's really no answer for Duff, who gets his 13th stolen base of the season. He leads the Eaglets.
Yeah, well, help me on this one. He needs to slow down, right? He needed to step off there. You got to know that you have one of the fastest athletes on first base. There's got to be some kind of scouting report on that, right? And did you see the lead he had? He had a massive lead. And so wasn't really stolen on Marvin on that, but just a great steal.
Borderline strike on the last pitch. Crichton looks at one low here. See if we can get a look at that last call. Runner at second with 2 outs. And Crichton fouls one up and away. Luke is committed to Indiana. His brother is at Clemson. His name is Jack. And his sister Allie is a sophomore at St. Mary's and all-state this past year in girls basketball. It's an athletic family, and this is the youngest, or excuse me, the middle child.
Thank God for Courtney.
Yeah, no kidding. Hey, take it easy on Brad.
I didn't, what?
Another foul.
That wasn't a rip on Brad.
Okay.
I'm just saying Courtney is probably a pretty good athlete.
There's no doubt. She's proven that.
I got some good stories about Courtney, though, and Jack Crichton. I coached Jack Crichton for probably 5 years, so I've got some good stories about Courtney.
It's like an after 9 o'clock thing, after 5th inning thing. Maybe.
Yeah, we're gonna pose that we're gonna basically give a little anticipation here, Chad. Do you understand how to give a little anticipation? We're gonna have the viewers basically wait till the 5th or 6th inning for the good story.
I like this thing. I'm getting used to this TV thing.
That would be good. I mean, do I have to teach you everything, Chad? Come on.
Most things. Here comes the 2-2. It's swung on and grounded to third, knocked down by Dixon. Throw to first, and they got him on a bang-bang play. Crichton doesn't love the call, but a fine play by Dixon to stay with it and get the final out. But the Eaglets do get another run, and after an inning and a half, it's 2-0 St. Mary's.
My time to shine. He took over. He got it. Splash.
And that will put some gauze on it.
Thought they were having a lot of fun, dishing it off to each other. The dunks were happening, just a good time.
Look, everybody wanna go and talk it. At the same time, gotta walk it. Better yet, run, go, hit a lick, hit me up with my homies, and we do it all again. Whenever we get it, there's no hesitation.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
Rosenberg, Cartwright, and Oaks due up for Country Day. It's Paul Tuvalian, the commit to Lenore-Rhine, Division II school in North Carolina, in Hickory, North Carolina.
You know what Hickory, North Carolina is famous for, Chad?
Crawdads?
No. Oh, Brock Porter. Shout out Brock Porter.
He is there.
I bet you Michelle's
A-ball.
listening right now, by the way. Yes, the A-ball of Texas Rangers, Hickory Crawdads. No, there are.
Swing and a miss. Got him on strikes. Tuvalian with his second of the day.
They're known for furniture, Chad, furniture. Hickory, North Carolina you can get some fine furniture in Hickory, North Carolina. Yes, just go down there, pick what you want. They'll bring a truckload up to your house.
Steel Case doesn't love that.
No, well, that's office furniture, Chad.
All right.
My gosh, I'm not trying to
Take
Herman
business out of
Miller.
Michigan.
Yeah, I'm not trying to take.
All right.
You know, we're trying to keep the jobs here in Michigan.
Attaboy.
I think I should run for politics. What do you think, Chad?
I think you
think
should.
I'd win?
I mean, not your first time. Maybe eventually. Here's Cartwright. We'll continue that in a moment. Cartwright, 256 hitter.
Cartwright looked back at that umpire like, what?
What was that?
What was that?
We saw Cartwright in
That's
football.
called a strike.
And check swing, did he go? No, he did not. Cartwright, football and basketball player as well. He was injured when we saw him in football.
Yeah.
There's a shot up the middle, a base hit. And Country Day has their first hit of the day.
That's a strong player right there, Chad. I mean, that was all arms, frankly. I mean, two-strike approach right there. You could just tell. Like, yeah, he plays football. You can just tell. Look at the body, first of all, and second of all, like you can just tell in that swing, just an athletic swing.
Yep. So here comes Oaks with a runner on. Andy Oaks, the junior.
Andy Oaks has had a pretty solid year, obviously hitting 308 and got a couple extra base hits and some RBIs. He's done a good job here.
Swing and a miss. Tardy on that to volley and cutter. It's a firm fastball from Paul. You said about it earlier, 93 at times this year he's been up to.
Yeah, his slider is in that 82, 84 range. I mean, he's got a good, strong, tight slider there too. Almost like a cut fastball, but yeah, and he reaches back and gets that 91, 92. It's going to be hard to hit. Lenore Rain, which is going to school, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
In Hickory, North Carolina.
Yeah,
And you
yeah.
mentioned Brock Porter, the former Eagle
I'll also
All-American.
mention, Blake Bean. Blake Bean, remember Blake Bean?
Sure.
Probably, arguably, one of the best center fielders ever to play at St. Mary's. This guy was unbelievable. Alex used to say this guy was like legit. He's the coach down there.
Is that right?
Yes.
Assistant?
He's the assistant coach. Yeah, he's getting into coaching. The kid talk about an awesome kid. I mean, he's not even a kid. He's like 25 now, 26, whatever. The guy's like
Yeah, he's
awesome
a kid.
though. Yeah. He's a great young man. He was a heck of a player too.
Oaks awaits. Strike three called to Valiant on his 25th pitch. Punches out his third batter. This was filthy.
Yeah. Let's see if Oaks didn't like it at all. Here's a replay right here. Yeah, you can see. Yeah, that's a strike.
Yep.
Yeah, he thought it was the inner half. Good frame by Alezai, but that's a strike.
Here's Will Helmy. Cade Wilhelmy, the pitcher. 236 on the year, 6 runs driven in. Trying to help his cause. He's the tying run here in the second. He'll be a left tackle at Toledo next year.
Yeah, let's see if he can pancake one. Yeah, I'm going to use football analogies the whole time. A-gap, I
All
used
right.
it. He's going to pancake a ball.
That's 2.
He's going to, I don't think he's going to be defensive and pass block here. I think he's going to pull and try to pull something.
I knew that was coming.
Thank
I like
you.
that one.
Thank you.
Cartwright will advance to second. It got beyond Alezai. Valiant's pitch. Sometimes they can. Paul can be effectively wild at times, and you mentioned the walks earlier. He's been pretty accurate around in the zone since that first.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. If he throws strikes, he wins. It's as simple as that. Like, the guy's got elite stuff. You don't? That's self-imposed right there.
Behind 2-0 here, and now 3-0 with the 9-hitter Zeldez in the on-deck circle.
He's been missing high on his breaking balls a lot. He's kind of releasing it, for those of you at home, off his right ear. He really needs to release it off his nose more. Get it out front.
4 pitches, he walks him.
Yeah, you can see he's slipping a little bit, or he's kind of hitting the mound. See, he's looking at the mound.
Yeah.
Remember, I told you that artificial turf is not easy to throw off sometimes, and you can get a cleat stuck. It's not sliding like normal dirt. It doesn't give like normal dirt. And he, like I said, he was very good in the Catholic League Championship. Was very good, but he did struggle with that turf out there at the old Tiger Stadium field.
Yep. So here's Zeldez, the sophomore, with 2 men on,
Anthony
2 men out.
Anthony needs to talk to him. He needs to talk to him. Just slow him down.
Zeldez's brother Gabe plays for Wayne State, and a team that we cover on the prep. We see him quite often. This is his younger bro.
There's some leadership there by Brstevich. Smart. Coming over to him. Hey, man, we've got this. Let's go.
Cartwright on second, Wilhelmi on first. 2 of the bigger boys on the base paths you'll see today at the same time. The 9-hitter awaits, the Tuvalian heater that is right down Giddings Road for a strike. One and 1 the count. Zeldez, 243 hitter, 8 runs driven in.
Yeah, Tuvalian's back. That's, again, good. You know, Brstevich walks over there, talks to him, says, hey, get the number 9 hitter. We got 2 outs here. You throw strikes, then you're gonna have a better chance of winning if you're doing that, right? So bear down, focus, slow down, do your thing.
Paul looking for his 4th K with the tying runs on with 2 outs. There go the runners, swing and a miss, inning over. Tuvalian gets out of a bit of a jam, strands a couple. Here come the Eaglets with a 2-run lead.
Because your future holds more than you ever imagined.
Because being your best starts with feeling at home.
Because learning is powerful when it is personal.
Because friends make life shine.
And the friends you make now will be friends for life.
Because just beyond your comfort zone is a beautiful place to be.
Because you don't even know all the talents hiding inside you.
Because 1,000 people, all different and each unique, can come together as one.
Because no matter your beliefs, this is the time to grow in spirit and in service to others.
Because the next 4 years will be big, and they can be epic.
Because you don't have to be Irish to be Irish.
Want to thank our friends at Fidelity Investments, Investor Centers in Ann Arbor, Farmington Hills, Grand Blanc, Grand Rapids, Novi, and Troy. And we really appreciate the support of Fidelity Investments. Thank them for being a proud sponsor of this semifinal, the district semifinal Division II. Glad you're with us. Chad Bush and Joe Mooney, Alex Westfall, your executive producer, on a beautiful sun-shining Saturday in Pontiac, Michigan.
How are those investments doing, Chad? Fidelity taking care of you?
They are. And we appreciate them taking care of the broadcast
That's right.
today, too. No doubt, no doubt. Things are getting better.
Hopefully.
Every day.
Hang on to it. Hang on to it. Diamond hands, man.
Nate Bauman laces one to left. That's a base hit for Bauman, who just keeps bopping the baseball around and gets his 2nd hit of the day.
It's a great piece of hitting here, Chad. I mean, ball was kind of outside, but he was initially fooled by it. Yep, and then he just basically laces it in the left field. And that's a good hitter, right? That's what good hitters do.
Absolutely. We've got a pitching change, and we'll step aside for a brief timeout, and we'll tell you all about the new Yellow Jacket on the bump coming in.
In today's ever-changing mortgage lending world, the importance of true professionals has never been greater. At Success Mortgage Partners, we want you to have the experience of a lifetime. Founded and owned by Catholic League alumni, our family-centered business keeps your interest at heart as we help you navigate this turbulent market with ease. If you or a family member has a mortgage need, please call me, Owen Lee, at 734-822-9792.
covering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
Chad and Joe back with you. Country Day has gone to the bullpen, and it's Mr. Dinas, Connor Dinas, Joe, in the game now to take over with a big responsibility, a man on, nobody out, down 2-0.
Yeah, first of all, I thought Cade Wilhelmi did actually a pretty solid job. I mean, he's going to be doing a solid job, you know, basically pancaking people in the MAC next year, but I thought they did a pretty good job. We've got Connor Dinas here. He's a sophomore. I love that. To bring in a sophomore in, left-handed pitcher. He's got a nice fastball, 82, 84, and then flutters it up there with a really, really nice, I'd say it's slurve. A really nice slow curveball. Looks really good.
He'll face Drew Tribal, who doubled his last time up to center and drove in the first run of the day for the Eaglets. Bauman on at first base. Does run well. Throw back to first.
Smart by Dinas here. I mean, the thing is that with no outs here, man on first, you've got to keep him close. We do not want this game to get out of hand, and it can easily when you have someone on first base that's got some speed.
My mistake. It's Hudson Brustevich, the batter. Boy, he and Drew Tribal resemble each other quite a bit, don't they?
Hudson popped out to short, and Tribal hit a C to center. So, no, they don't exactly look the same. Sorry, Chad.
Can't get anything past you.
Well, I mean, my gosh. I know the game. I mean.
Off the glove of Marvin, but not going anywhere is Bauman. 2-0 St. Mary's trying to add on. The winner gets Notre Dame Prep. They're on some kind of run. They've won 21 of their last 22 games. It'll be a tough out. Pitch on the outside corner, strike called. A generous strike called for Dinas.
Dinas has done a great job of holding him at first. He stepped off. That was good. He went over and like right there, step off. And he's also done a really good job of having a good move to first. And then he's slide stepping to home. So they're doing stop clock. How the pros do it, Chad, is they look at the pitcher, like that's a big kick right there.
Ground ball right side, that's through the hole. That's a base hit for Brustevich. Bauman will hold at second base. And the Eaglets go station to station with nobody out here in the top of the third, +2.
Yeah, good piece of hitting there. Just kind of, put the ball in play, and you're going to have some good success here in high school, right? Wasn't an absolute seed by Hudson, but advanced the runner, and now you got first and second with no outs.
But isn't that kind of impressive? I mean, this is a guy that has 9 home runs on the year, can hit it out of the yard, but was okay taking just a single.
Yeah.
Not trying to do too much.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what you need to do in that situation, right? I mean,
yeah.
You had 2 strikes on you, just put the ball in play, man.
Here is Drew Tribal. And he fists one foul, chased by Dixon.
Wow.
And he made the catch.
Wow.
How about it? Jerry Dixon the third. And we'll have to watch it on replay, Joe, but this was an impressive track for Dixon.
Yeah, that's a heck of an athlete right there. Not only that, he has absolute no regard for that fence. It's funny is that we used to tell people that were coming over to the fence, I would yell, I should say this, but you got room, you got room, you got room, even though they gonna smash into the fence, right? Everyone's yelling, you got room, you got room. They were saying that to Jerry. Jerry, you got room, you got room. He has reckless abandon right into the fence there. Great job.
So that's a big out, 1 out, and that will bring up Wyatt Borby, the left fielder, the senior. Having a big year.
Big year.
Batting .312, 10 RBIs. And a guy that's coming off of surgery last year, did not play. First year on varsity, and boy, has he shown out.
Yeah, it's a great story, Chad. I mean,
inside corner. That's
comeback player of the year?
Well, Drew Tribal's going to probably edge him out for that.
Yeah.
But I think from an injury standpoint, yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think both of them would be good for that award.
I like that take right there. I mean, I'm not talking about the pitch. I mean, you should have taken it. It was in the dirt. but I like how he's taking it. He's very silent, Chad.
Doesn't move much, does he?
No, Borby just sits there and is very silent. Look at his head. Oh, and then he just snaps it, right?
Yep.
He's not taking a huge stride. He's not moving his head a lot.
What does that do
Very
for
silent.
a hitter?
Well, I think what happens is you want your head to be still. It's hard enough hitting a fastball in a moving ball, right? If you have a moving head and a moving body, you want to be athletic, but it's nice to have a silent head, meaning that your head is on the ball every time. And look at him, just boom. Yep, he just sits back there.
Patient approach against Dinas, the sophomore. Connor Dinas, 6'1", 205. It's a team in Country Day that's had to battle through a lot of injuries this year. Dom Cassisi, maybe their best hitter, is out for the year. He's been out since May. Jerry Dixon was out for a long stretch. O'Connell, a senior pitcher, we might see today.
Yeah, they've battled through injuries, and that's baseball, you know. Look at
swinging a fly ball left field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. They had to hold up at third, and Bauman has to hustle. He'll get there. It'll be a base hit off the bat of Wyatt Borby, and it just, Joe, bounced in front of Zeldis in left field.
Yeah, that was a, if you see the wind here, the wind is blowing out to the left hard.
Yep.
And so I think Zeldis maybe didn't anticipate how much that ball maybe died. It was kind of a top spinner, but a really, really, hey, put the ball in play, good things happen, right?
Exactly. One out, bases are loaded, and so now this will bring up Essig. This is Zach Essig, the youngest of the Essig boys. Pops it up. This should be the second out of the inning, and it will. It's an infield fly rule. Out recorded by Rosenberg. And so now that'll leave things up to Carter Klein, the 7-hitter.
Yeah, that is a huge out by Bedinius. It is a huge out. I mean, bases loaded, 1 out. There's only 2 things that you basically want as a pitcher. You want a strikeout or you want a pop-out, and that is huge.
So, indeed, a big out for Dinas, and that will bring up Carter Klein, the Wayne State commit. Committed last week. Congratulations to Carter.
Home of Hunter Brown.
Yeah, that's right.
Number 2, I'd say number 1 pitcher. I mean, the Scooball's great. Number 1 or number 2 pitcher. He's
Astros,
doing an awesome job with Astros. Wayne State
Downriver boy.
Yes.
Klein trying to drive one in. The Eaglets able to get 1 in the first, 1 in the second. They're trying to keep the tradition alive here in the third. With the bases loaded, Bauman at third, Brustevich at second, Borby at first. And it's even, it's a 2-1 count. 2-2.
I think Hunter should take a discount, come to Detroit.
There's a swing and a shot to left field. That's a base hit. Bauman will score. Brustevich right around him. Holding it third is Borby. It's a 2-run single for the Wayne State commit, Carter Klein. 4-0 OLSM.
Chad, that was an absolute seed to left field. I mean, that was with authority at a hitter's count there, and he just turns on an inside fastball and just rips it into left field. Just awesome. I mean, look at it came on that left fielder so fast. They only scored 1 run because that was on that left fielder quick.
4-0, and now a meeting at the mound. And Coach Lepkowski's out to talk to his battery mate, Marvin and Dinas. And Joe, I mean, in this situation, what do you do at this point if you're Country Day to try to hold this thing down?
Yeah, again, I'm not second guessing any coaching. I think Will Helmy was doing a pretty decent job, frankly. But this is tough. I mean, he got into a situation where he was bases loaded, 2 outs. I mean, he got the pop up from Essig, and that was huge.
Yeah.
And it's just 1 pitch that he could take back. I think he would.
All right, so here's Anthony Alezai, the catcher, who walked and scored a run his first time up. He swings.
Rosie
and grounds it to short. Rosenberg with a flip to Dawkins, inning over, but the Eaglets keep the tradition alive. They score, which they've done in every inning. It's now 4-0 Eaglets. Here comes Country Day in the bottom half of the third.
Because your future holds more than you ever imagined.
Because being your best starts with feeling at home.
Because learning is powerful when it is personal.
Because friends make life shine.
And the friends you make now will be friends for life.
Because just beyond your comfort zone is a beautiful place to be.
Because you don't even know all the talents hiding inside you.
Because 1,000 people, all different and each unique, can come together as one.
Because no matter your beliefs, this is the time to grow in spirit and in service to others.
Because the next 4 years will be big, and they can be epic.
Because you don't have to be Irish to be Irish.
Welcome back, Chad and Joe with you. It's warming up here in Pontiac, and the Eaglet bats are warming up too. 7 hits now in this game for St. Mary's, trying to win for the 22nd time this year, Joe, and earn the right to play for the district championship against Notre Dame Prep, the host school.
Yeah, they're in firm control of this game right now, and again, having Tuvulian go back on the mound, it's not easy for Country Day right now. I mean, Tuvulian he's not exactly like crushing it right now, but I'm telling you, this kid throws strikes. He's going to be. It's going to be very tough for Country Day to do anything against them.
Paul's numbers in this on this season, a 1.15 ERA coming in. He'll face Jerry Dixon here, the 3-hitter.
1.15. My gosh.
In the league that they play in. I mean,
that's crazy.
We have a scoring update. Of course, we have coverage at West Bloomfield High School for that district, and we've got an upset brewing. It's Walled Lake Central 3, West Bloomfield nothing. And the Lakers were the favorite in that one, but it's playoff time. Upsets happen. Upsets happened to your alma mater, Rochester Adams, yesterday.
They did. Could you get over that?
Lake Orion
Lake
got
Orion. I can't. I mean, all due respect to Lake Orion, good for them.
Yep.
And Adams needs to hit. I mean, they had plenty of opportunities, and they didn't hit.
They hit the day we saw them.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
3 home runs.
Yeah, I mean, that's a top 5 team that got upset, Chad.
Yep. Tuvalian behind now, 3-2.
Yeah, Dawkins is someone, again, Northwestern football commit. You do not want to get on the base pass. This guy he's a good athlete, can run her a little bit.
That one is shot to right. That's going to be snared by the second baseman, Carter Klein, who had him played perfectly.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, Dawkins does a great job here. That is an outside pitch that high and outside that Dawkins got his hands up. That's not an easy pitch. That's it's 90 up in the hands, and he gets that barrel on the ball. So just a great job, and hard hit ball at second base. Just didn't fall.
Here's the defense. You see Alezai behind home plate, Crichton at third, Brustevich at short, Carter Klein at second, Tribal at first, Borbian left, Duff in center, Bauman in right, Essig DHing, and Tuvalian on the mound, the senior. Nobody on, 1 out. And the pitch is low. Paul's numbers in this game.
I got to tell you, I like Paul Tavolian. He's a grinder. Kid's a grinder, man.
You know, and he's a guy that I respect what he's doing, going the Division II route to Lenoir-Rhyne, a position where he's betting on himself and saying, hey, look, I don't mind. Nothing wrong with D2, and I go down there, light it up, and I've got options. Or he stays, you know? I mean, you have options.
Well, here's the deal, Chad, and I'll tell this to everyone on this telecast and everyone that is ever playing. Go where you're going to play, right? If you're not going to play, your Twitter account may look really good. Oh, I'm committed to LSU. Great. You're going to sit the bench, do nothing. Congratulations. I love that, right? Oh, I'm committed to this place. Oh, come on. Give me a break. Mommy and Daddy will be okay if you don't tweet that, right?
I think so. We're going to get a courtesy runner.
Oh, you know who we got here in the crowd? Ryan McKay. Ryan McKay. He's got to come over. He's got to say hello to Ryan McKay. Oh, my gosh. And Parker Pico. Is that Parker Pico, too?
You're glazing, bro.
Michigan State. Oh, my gosh. You got some Michigan State guys in here.
They'll come over here.
Oh, of course they're going to come over here.
Here's Dixon after Marvin walks.
Ryan McKay, second baseman, all Big Ten, second team all Big Ten. Mitch Voigt was all Big Ten, first team from Michigan. Ryan McKay, second team. He's cousins with Anthony Elezai. Yeah. Did you know that, Chad?
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Lanier is pinch running at first. This is Harris, who swings and misses. Throw down to first.
Oh, got him. Oh!
He did not. It was close. Lanier just slipped that left hand in. This was close.
Great back
Joe.
pick. Yeah. Great back pick by Anthony Elezai. Ryan McKay's cousin is very proud of him on that one.
L.J. Lanier, just a ninth grader, 5'11", 175. And got that mitt on his right glove. Take some pizza rolls out of the oven and steal a base with that glove.
That's a good one, Chad. I'm going to use that one again.
Yeah. You're a pizza roll guy, eh?
Oh, huge pizza roll guy. Kidding me?
Me too. Love scalding my tongue. There's a looper to right that's going to drop in. That's a base hit for Dixon. And Lanier will hold it second. And with one out, the Yellow Jackets are starting to buzz a bit.
Big fella, Dinas coming up here. I mean, one swing away from making this a one-run game. That's a great piece of hitting, too. Takes an outside pitch to right side, puts the barrel on the ball. Just a great, great piece of hitting. Again, Chad, if you're in high school, if you put the ball in play, and you make the defense make you actually, work at it, I'm telling you, you're going to win games if you put the ball in play. Oh, this could be two.
Ground ball, second for one, relay to first. It's an eaglet double play. Brestevich declined to Tribal, and the bases are cleared. 4-0 Eaglets. They preserve the shutout for now.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Look, everybody wanna go and talk. At the same time, gotta walk it. Better yet, run, go, hit a lick, divvy up with my homies, and we do it all again.
The Eaglets 21-12 on the year. Division II this year. They've been Division I in years past. 2-time national champions, 7-time state champions, and had that three-peat, 19, 21, and 22. 20, of course, was the COVID year. Nolan Schubert, one of the best power hitters in college baseball, and expected to be drafted in the Major League Baseball draft coming up this summer.
Playing down at Duke this weekend, Chad, or not Duke, in Georgia. Is in the Georgia Regional. They played Duke last night, Oklahoma State did, and they lost 12-5. Duke beat them. It's interesting. Brian Sikowski, who used to be the coach here at St. Mary's.
And a color guy on the prep.
He was?
Yeah, he was in your seat.
Was he as good as me?
He was really good.
Oh, my God. That's a way of basically saying that he's good. I should just put down the headphones right now and walk out.
I didn't say he was
Not
better
as good
than you.
as me.
I said he was good.
Okay.
What's wrong with that?
You can say I'm better. Just say it.
I will not say that
More
today.
energy. I've got better experience. I mean, I know the ins and outs of the game.
You both are awesome in different ways.
I'm better.
In
Anyway,
a lot of ways, yes.
So Sack was the assistant coach at St. Mary's and became the recruiting coordinator and assistant coach over at Duke University.
I've heard of it.
He used to coach with Nolan Schubart. So he had a little bit of idea. Nolan went 1 for 3 yesterday, had a base knock, but got hit by pitch as well. And a walk. So hit by pitch, walk, 1 for 3.
Think it was intentional?
I doubt it.
Okay.
Duke University, come on, man. We're not. Hey, we might have Grayson Allen, but that doesn't mean that we're hitting people, right?
Preston Duff is on base for the second time today. Your son Alex, of course, a former Duke Blue Devil.
Yeah.
Now with the AA Cleveland Ball Club, the Akron Rubber Ducks. And you're wearing the Rubber Ducks logo today.
I got the Akron Rubber Ducks.
You traded the prep gear, which is going to cost you in fines.
It was heavier. This is when the sun was beating down on me like the Sahara Desert. I had to change, right? Had to be a little lighter gear.
All right.
Shout out to Chris Zerwin from Rawlings who hooked me up with this gear. He was Chris Zerwin.
Okay.
If you need anything, Rawlings is a great little place to get it from.
Okay. All right.
But he hooked me up with some Rubber Ducks gear, so I'm a fan. Free gear.
I'm waiting for mine. Then we'll give him a plug.
Okay.
Another plug.
I will, Chris Irwin.
They've
if
got
you're
so
listening.
many cool unis.
He got me a Rubber Duck uni as well. I know Chris Irwin is the best, dog. He's the best. I love that guy.
Here's Luke Crichton, who's been pretty good today himself. He did fly out to center field his last time up. Pops it up here, his first time up, rather. He's had a lot of foul balls today. What does that mean?
Well, I think he's got to get on plane, frankly. But I got to tell you, the reason he's got a lot of foul balls because he's got a lot of 2-strike pitches, right? So he's been in, right now he's not. He's in a 1-1 count, but he's had a lot of 2-strike counts he's been in, and he's just been fouling balls away, trying to keep alive.
412 hitter. He's had a banner year, all Catholic, all-state candidate.
He's a dog. Like that kid. Here's the interesting thing. Someone asked me today about him, too. And I'll tell you, I think he could. And again, I think he's a great hitter. I'm not taking anything away. A great hitter. He could be a great pitcher.
Popped him up here to short. Rosenberg has room in the high sky. And he handles it for a big out against the Eaglets' top average hitter.
Yeah. Luke Crichton is getting under the ball. Most of his foul balls, as you're saying, are under the ball. And so maybe trying to swing up a little bit, maybe trying to elevate the ball a little bit too much. But I'll tell you, I was saying, he could be a Division I pitcher. This kid has got a future in baseball for a long time. He's going to play the game for a long time. He's very good. I'm not just saying that because I've known his brother Jack forever. Luke Crichton is a baller, and he is going to be doesn't matter if he's outfield, infield, pitcher, whatever. He's going to play.
Bauman with 2 hits today. Bauman having a great season. Nick Bauman, a lot of production out of that number 2 hole.
It's a great take right there, Chad. That was a great take. I mean, that's a high part. I mean, those high balls, you're seeing them better. Physically, you're seeing the ball better because it's closer to your eyes, right? So it looks bigger. That's another great take right there. Those balls look bigger, and a lot of guys will swing under those pitches because it's hard to catch up. Those are great takes right there.
It's been a clutch hitter all year. At a clutch 2-out RBI earlier in this game. Gets a called strike here that he wasn't.
That's a strike. Get back to the bottom. It's a strike.
There's another look here at the pitch, and
it's a strike.
Okay. 3-1. That is low. And Bauman got a premature jump on that one, too.
Bauman knows the zone, man. I mean, that guy knows the zone. I thought the other one was an outside corner. The catcher was kind of set up inside, and it was an outside corner. But So it looked like it was like outside, but it wasn't that bad. But that one was low.
Rustevich pops it up. The Eaglets are going to get their second out. And their top 3 hitters on a pop out to the shortstop. And that means that it's been a great job by Mr. Dinas keeping the Eaglets off balance.
Yeah, this is the second time that Rustevich has done this. And I got to tell you, he is an elite hitter. And I don't say that often. This kid, every time I've seen Hudson Rustevich hit, he hit rakes. I mean, that one time against Adams, he hit that ball 420 minimum. It was on top of the building in right field. But I'll tell you, his bat is lagging a little bit, and that's why he's got the 2 pop up to the shortstop. Getting a little bat drag in there, he's got to actually power that ball to left field.
Here's Drew Treibel, who has the double and the RBI. That one's rifled down the line and just foul, but not by much.
I mean, Chad, how many times has Drew Treibel hit absolute 100-plus seeds foul today?
Yep.
I mean, that's probably, his 4th ball that he's hit 100 miles an hour, but just a foot off the line.
There goes the runner, Duff to third. They'll throw it, and not in time. Double steal. Eaglets have their 4th and 5th, but Treibel strikes out, and the inning over. So a big K by Dinas, and the Eaglets strand a couple. Don't score in an inning for the first time today. We go to the bottom half of the 4th, 4-0.
In today's ever-changing mortgage lending world, the importance of true professionals has never been greater. At Success Mortgage Partners, we want you to have the experience of a lifetime. Founded and owned by Catholic League alumni, our family-centered business keeps your interest at heart as we help you navigate this turbulent market with ease. If you or a family member has a mortgage need, please call me, Owen Lee, at 734-822-9792.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
Detroit Country Day playing out of Division II, of course, as we play in this Division II semifinal in the districts. 602 co-ed. Won state title in 1995. Was under Frank Orlando, and the runner-up in 93. Coach Steve Lipkowski was the senior on that team. And Country Day been very good at baseball for a long time. Bit of a year plagued with injuries, but this is a program that Lipkowski and the Yellow Jackets have been very good at for a long time.
Chad, where do you want me to start with Country Day? I mean, just an absolute storied program for many, many years. I mean, Coach Orlando is a legend, absolute great person, great leader of men. You've got people like the Campbell brothers. I mean, my gosh, John and Saborn, both Boston College and Stanford. You've got the Mann brothers and Steve Mann and Brandon Mann. Steve going to Duke and Brandon going to Michigan. You've got so many great players. Parker Pilot, went to Wake Forest. You have so many great players. And, Jacob Yarberry, one of the great kids over at Coker University. Just a great thing. And now they've got some people like Tyler Inge over at the University of Michigan playing right now. So, storied program. They've won several district championships, several regional championships, and again, just continue to pump out great athletes out of Country Day.
Tuvalian continues to pump out strikeouts, and he collects his 5th with the first batter he faces here in the bottom of the 4th, with St. Mary's leading 4-0. The Eaglets trying to get their 22nd win on the year and advance to play Notre Dame Prep, who advanced with their win over Madison Heights Lamphere earlier today, 8-1.
Where does Cartwright have the offers from? People in the chat, let me know. I want to see some offers. This kid's a big kid.
Up and in.
He's got 13 offers. That's good. 36 offers. Someone just kind of gave me. My gosh, 36 offers. This kid is He's a dog, man. Look at him.
Which sport?
Football.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, football.
Did not see him in the game we did. He was injured in the St. Mary's Country Day broadcast. But
let's look at that other strike. Oh, that's the ball. I'm sorry to say that. That's a ball.
Here comes the 3-1, and that is a ball, and that's a walk. So Cartwright on for the second time today, this time with a walk after he singled his first time up.
He earned it twice.
Here comes Oaks, 308 hitter. Andy Oaks, the junior, 6'1", 190. Country Day trying to cut into this 4-0 deficit, trying to live to see another game. We'll have that broadcast coming up after this.
I tell you, Coach Lepp has them in the weight room, right? I mean, these guys are all pretty, got some stature to them, right?
A lot of multi-sport athletes as well. So a lot of these guys play football.
Yeah, Country Day definitely pushes the kids to do that. I think that's a great thing as well.
Yep.
I'm a big multi-sport guy. My son Alex right now is calling in going, really? You're a multi-sport guy? You didn't want me playing multi-sport? Wow.
Strike called on the outside corner to Andy Oaks. Tuvalian's given up just 2 hits today. Trying to get his 5th win of the year.
Yeah, I don't see Cartwright. Although he's a great athlete and can run, I don't see him really going at a 4-0 lead. They need base runners right now.
Not against Alezai.
No. No, Alezai is a beast behind the dish, and I just think at a 4-0 lead, look at him. Like that, almost that bad pick. He's like a cat back there. He's like a cat.
Country Day this year picked up a tie against Rochester in their finale on Wednesday, the regular season 4-4 tie. Upstairs with the off-speed pitch, they have won just one of their last 6 tries. That was against Plymouth, a 1-0 win. They got 2 wins against Berkeley a couple weeks back, but strike 3. Strikeout 6 for Paul Tuvalian. 2 are out, and that'll leave it up to Wilhelmy.
Yeah, he kind of turned it up on that one. You can see just rear back and threw a fastball right by him. That's a great pitch. I mean, again, I keep saying it. Paul Tuvalian throws strikes. He will be victorious on many occasions.
Country Day played the Catholic League Central Division rival of the Eaglets, De La Salle, and lost 14-0. They beat Clarkston 7-5, and the win over Lanphier was revenge, or excuse me, that was Notre Dame Prep, my bad. They split against Liggett from the Catholic League.
That's a good swing by Cade, though. He's an offensive lineman. This kid's athletic, like super athletic, like pitching on the mound. Like that dude is like 6'4", 280, and he like is super athletic.
Bouncy. Inside, gets away, and so down to second goes Cartwright.
Even avoiding that inside pitch, that's 91 coming in his knees. He is very, very athletic here. I'm a big fan.
Call him a dancing bear?
Yeah, I would say even, yeah.
Okay.
I would go that far. He's got some good feet. I think he can scoot a little bit too. I kind of want to see him run to first on a hard grounder.
There goes Cartwright to third, pitches up, there goes the throw, and he is safe. Stolen base for Cartwright, a risky one.
Yeah.
But he is safe, he made it, all good.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he probably did that on his own because it's 2 outs, you got a 4-0 lead. If you make the third out at third, that's not a very smart baseball play. But I got to tell you, the kid's a great athlete, did it, and he stole it off of Tuvalian, didn't steal it off of Alezai.
Swing and a miss.
Didn't matter.
Got him on strikes. Strikeout number 7 for Paul Tuvalian. Eaglets preserve the shutout. We go to the top of the 5th inning. 4-0 OLSM.
Because your future holds more than you ever imagined.
Because being your best starts with feeling at home.
Because learning is powerful when it is personal.
Because friends make life shine.
And the friends you make now will be friends for life.
Because just beyond your comfort zone is a beautiful place to be.
Because you don't even know all the talents hiding inside you.
Because 1,000 people, all different and each unique, can come together as one.
Because no matter your beliefs, this is the time to grow in spirit and in service to others.
Because the next 4 years will be big, and they can be epic.
Because you don't have to be Irish to be Irish.
Want to thank our friends at Fidelity Investments for their support of the broadcast. Really appreciate Fidelity Investments. Find them at their 4 investment centers. Welcome back. Chad and Joe with you. And the Eaglets leading 4-0 as we go to the 5th inning. And the Eaglets will lead off with Wyatt Borby, their 5-hitter, and the left fielder. On in relief is Connor Denis, the 10th grader, and he's been pretty good, Joe.
He's been great. I mean, here's the thing. He's been throwing strikes, right? I mean, he gave up 1 hit that was tough. And when a bases loaded hit, I guarantee he wants to take back that pitch, kind of hung one. But overall, he's done a fabulous job as a sophomore.
Yep.
Big fella's done well, man.
The Eaglets with 4 runs on 7 hits. Country Day with no runs on 2 hits. It's been Paul Tuvalian all the way for St. Mary's. And that hit him on the toe.
Oh.
So hit by pitch. Borby's on base. Check for some shoe polish.
Yeah. He didn't really make, you can see it.
Didn't make an effort to get him out of the way.
An effort. Look at this.
No.
Yep, I'll take one. I'll take one. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now watch the cat and mouse here. Here's an interesting thing. I think that, that Denis does a really nice job of holding runners. He'll do 3 different moves, Chad. The first one's going to be where he thinks he's going to home, but it's going to first. The second one will be he steps off and goes to first. And then the other one is a slide step. That's a slide step.
Essig flies into center. That's going to drop in for a base hit. That'll jump in front of Cartwright for the 8th hit for the Eaglets, the first today for Zach Essig, the Central Michigan commit.
Yeah, waited for the first pitch, and again, not a super hard hit ball, but really, really effective. Again, Chad, I keep saying, like, put the ball in play, and you're gonna do great things.
So that will bring up Klein, who did great things his last time up, the RBI 2-run single.
Here's the other thing, like, put the ball in the air, you're going to do good things. You put the ball on the ground ball is a double play, right?
Artificial surface, too.
Yeah.
That gets beyond the catcher, Marvin. Borby goes down to third, and down to second goes Essig, and all of a sudden the Eaglets, with nobody out, are licking their chops.
Yeah, this is they're looking to feast on this one. They've got to cash in here to kind of put this game out of reach. They should be able to drive these 2 guys in.
17 runs driven in on the year for the Wayne State commit, Carter Klein. Batting in the 7-hole today for St. Mary's, and he pops it to right, shallow right. This is trouble and handled by Dawkins. A little Willie Mays catch. Saves a run, and that is the first out of the inning.
That was a great catch with the sun, too, Chad.
Yeah.
He's battling the sun. I know I'm battling the sun. You battling the sun right now?
Yeah, I think
I'm
are.
battling it right now. It is just like an absolute battle. Like
it's an avalanche.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
Thank goodness it's only 58.
Yeah. But
man,
with flow like that, he used it as a shield and then basically made the catch. It was a great catch.
Here's a Lezai who grounded out and walked. So far, he's got an opportunity with 2 guys on.
And they're bringing the infield in, Chad, for a Country Day, which I think is a really smart play. I mean, they cannot let the bleeding happen anymore. 4-0 lead, top of the 5th. You don't have many more chances here, so they've got to stop this. And
Denis deals a ball.
Frankly, Lezai needs to come through here.
Pitch down and in. So on the on-deck circle is Duff, who's having a big day.
Yeah, number 9 hitter, who's like,
love a chance.
Duff.
You love that Simpsons.
I do. The Simpsons. It is Duff. Yeah, that guy. He hit a bomb last time at Adams, right?
Against Adams, he sure did. And he draws a walk here.
Okay, so number 9 hitter here, bases loaded. And this isn't like a normal number 9 hitter. This guy can hit bombs. Obviously,
second walk of the day for Elezai. He'll be lifted for Shilp as a courtesy runner. And that will bring up Duff with the bases loaded, Joe.
They're bringing the corners in here, which I think is smart. And then they have the shortstop and second base at double play depth. So I think that's smart.
Fastball upstairs, strike called. So it is Dixon at third in, Wilhelmi at first in. That one is shot to left. That's a base hit. Borby will score. Essig around third. The throw coming home. Not in time from Zeldis. And it's a 2-run single for Duff. His second and third RBIs of the day. It's 6-0 OLSM.
Chad, I just shotgunned a Duff right there. My gosh, that was an absolute seed in the left field, scoring 2 runs. St. Mary's has the merry-go-round going right there. Great, good throw by the left fielder too. But just a great job by Duff right there. Number 9 just coming through huge. Bases loaded, knock right there.
You talked about the bottom of the lineup needing to really come through today. That 6, 7, 8, 9, and they have, Joe.
Yeah, I think that's the difference, Chad. I mean, great teams, if you look at these great teams that go out there, there's a few things that you need from a high school perspective. You need, number 1, good pitching, 3 pitchers, and you need 6, 7, 8 hitters.
We'll step aside. We'll tell you all about the new pitcher in a moment. Right now it's 6-0 OLSM. At Alliance Catholic Credit Union, we're your financial guardian angel. We're here to help you achieve your dreams. A new home, a Catholic education, that business you are working to build. We're here to support the goals of your family, your retirement, and the community that surrounds you. We're here to offer your trusted financial services inspired by Catholic values. And like your guardian angel, we'll always be by your side. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McKinley scores!
Chad and Joe back with you. New pitcher on the mound is Carson O'Connell, the senior right-hander, 6'1", 195, headed to Rensselaer Polytechnical Institute. And that's a smart school. It's so smart I can't even pronounce it. But Carson O'Connell, the right-hander, on in relief. The third pitcher of the day for Detroit Country Day. And it's not an easy invite when the first guy you face is Luke Crichton, the leadoff hitter. 6-0 St. Mary's. There goes Duff. Pitch upstairs, and the Eaglets have their 6th stolen base of the day and the 2nd for Preston Duff. It's his 14th of the year, team leading. Crichton's had a slow day offensively. A couple of pop-outs.
Carson throws pretty good. I mean, he's bringing it here. Some of warm-ups was struggling to throw strikes, but I'm telling you, he's got a
He had big expectations coming in. He was their top returner in the pitching column coming back, and they missed him. They missed him for greater than a month's time, and he's back. And as you can see, he does have the goods.
Yeah, he can bring it. Like, bring it.
Eaglets trying to extend their 6-run lead.
I always love these guys warming up too, right? He comes off, Carson gets up there in the mound. He just like basically does it.
Popped him up again. Rosenberg has had a busy day. Easy chance here, and it's a big out, Joe. There's now 2 down, and they've handled Crichton easily today.
Yeah, and Crichton's not easy to handle. Again, what I tell you about Crichton, I think he's a little under the ball. I keep saying that, and I think that he needs to, possibly get on playing a little bit better and level up, because he's such a good athlete that they have really kept him in check. Yeah, but Carson gets on the mound as his warm-ups and just starts throwing bullets. He's like the front of the mound, like doing the running stop right in front. He's in front of the rubber, just absolutely doing a crow hop right to the catcher, like 91, like just like gas. It's kind of your throwing part. You're like, dude, slow down, man. My gosh, you're going to kill me here.
It's like Jack Morris. Inside, like Jack Morris.
I got a great Jack Morris story.
Oh, that was
okay, I'll tell you the Jack Morris story. So Jack Morris, I get called at the University of Michigan. I was a senior at the University of Michigan. This is 1991. Jack Morris is still living in the area. He wants to do a little pitching bullpen session in December, or I'm sorry, January. So he comes down to the University of Michigan, and my coach calls me up freehand and says, Joe, do you want to catch Jack Morris? Well, duh, yeah, I want to catch Jack Morris, right? So I come down to the indoor facility, and I grab the turtle shell, put it on the 20-yard line. I put the plate on home plate, and I'm catching Jack Morris. Can you believe that? Catching Jack Morris. And I catch Jack Morris, and I have these thoughts as a 21-year-old kid, a senior in college, thinking that I'm going to be his next favorite catcher, right? And so what I do is I'm catching him, and I read an article once, Chad, that basically he loved Lance Parrish catching him because Lance Parrish threw the ball super hard back at him. He used to throw bullets back at him. And he really didn't like Matt Noakes throwing to him. Matt Noakes wouldn't get him in a good rhythm because he would lob the ball back to him. And he didn't like Noakes, but he loved Parrish because he could get in a rhythm. So, Chad, I am throwing the ball back to Jack Morris as hard as I possibly can, talking absolute bullets back to Jack Morris. I mean, winding up and throwing it right back to Jack Morris. And I'm blocking all his balls, and I'm framing all his pitches, and I'm feeling really good. At the end of the session, I walk up to Mr. Morris, and I go, hey, Jack, thanks so much for letting me catch you. This has truly been an honor. Is everything okay? Were my targets good? And he said, oh, yeah, everything was great, Joe. You were awesome. And I said, good. And I said, if you ever need a catcher, let me know. And I'm walking away, and he says to me, hey, what's your name again? And I turn around, and I said, my name's Joe Mooney. And he says, hey, Joe, stop throwing the ball so freaking hard at me. You're killing me here.
There went your dreams.
Yes.
All shattered.
I go, wait, I read an article about that you wanted to throw the ball. You like Lance Parrish. He goes, oh, don't listen to that crap. Well, the next time I caught him, Chad, I didn't know if I should throw it hard back to him or I should lob it back to him, so I chuck it over his head. It was terrible. Terrible.
Got the yips.
I got the yips.
There's a walk.
Mackie Sasser.
That's it. That's an RBI walk for Brustevich into score. Comes Shilp, and it's now 7-0 touchdown Eaglets.
Yeah, I was kind of telling you that when Carson was coming in, he's got great velocity. Oh, it's great, Chad. I mean,
it's awesome. Yeah. Sorry about that. Did you have therapy for that?
I did. I got the yips bad though, because I thought he wanted to throw hard, and then he was mad at me that I was throwing it so hard back at him.
Here's Drew Tribal with the bases loaded. I'm glad you could tell that story. That is hilarious.
It's not one of my proudest moments, I can tell you that, Chad.
Oh, yeah. Hey, listen, you were asked by your coach to catch him.
Wow, it's kind of a charity. He knew I was a good bullpen catcher, so he's like, come on out, catch another bullpen. You won't care. You're good at catching bullpens.
Duff at third, Bauman at second, Brustevich at first. Drew Tribal is up. And he looks at a fastball in the upper outside quadrant for strike one. Drew's had a big year. What a comeback for him. Batted in the low 200s last year, and he has come on the scene this year.
He's an imposing figure in that box, Chad.
What a year. He's had 3 home runs, 33 runs driven in. And
tons
the batting
of
average
confidence.
is just way up there.
Yeah, tons of confidence when he gets in there. I mean, he literally, his eyes right now are huge.
3-1 to Tribal with Borby in the on-deck circle. Eaglets looking to push this thing to the 10-run limit to try to get out of here maybe a bit early.
Carson can bring it too, though. I challenge him.
3-1 is strike 2.
Whoa.
All right.
Yep. It's the umpires. I've never seen an umpire reverse a strike or a ball. Have you, Chad?
No.
Nope. So why are we arguing about it?
We're not arguing.
Well,
All right.
why are we questioning then?
That's fair enough.
Yeah, we're not questioning either.
Full count payoff pitch. Runners will be off with it. It's low, and it's another RBI walk. Tribal with his second RBI of the day. And the Eaglets score their 8th run. And Steve Lepkowski with a brisk-paced walk out to the mound. And that'll do it for him. We'll step aside. We'll come back right after this.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss.
McKinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
4 wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut. That's Steve Lepkowski in his 11th year. He's done a fantastic job. Took over for Frank Orlando. He's a guy that played at Hillsdale College and learned coming through the system. The school was a proud grad in 1993, where they were the runners-up. And his 95 team would bring it home, the state championship club. They won a district title a couple seasons back. And a great record, 223-100. Steve Lepkowski, a guy who was a CPA before he got into coaching. And he was also the offensive coordinator for a football team that won a couple state titles. And Steve Lepkowski, one of the good ones.
Yeah, he's a great guy. He's done a fabulous job for Country Day. Very selfless leader there. And, it was interesting. We found out that he was a CPA. He's I wouldn't say introverted at all. He's definitely,
correct.
So
doesn't fit the script of the typical CPA.
No.
Had a great conversation with him before the game. Steve and I competed against each other on the football field.
Who was better?
Okay.
Here we go.
I think
you asked me about Sikowski earlier. I'm going to ask you.
He was better.
Okay.
No doubt. There's a ground ball to third. Fine play by Dixon, who will get the force on the sharp grounder to Borby. But not before the Eaglets double their lead. They're up by 8 as we go to the bottom half of the 5th in this district semifinal, Division II from Notre Dame Prep. First, life gives us many. From buying your first car or first home to starting a business, Alliance Catholic Credit Union is here for you every step of the way. From checking and savings accounts and youth accounts to auto loans, mortgages, business needs, and financial planning. A full-service financial institution with over 70 years of experience. We're committed to serving your firsts, seconds, 50ths, and every day in between. Alliance Catholic Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Nick DePonio, head coach at St. Mary's in his 2nd year. He previously coached at St. Mary's and did a heck of a job in those 6 seasons. 2 state runners-up in 07 and 09. 3 regional titles, 6 district titles. And he's an alum of St. Mary's, 98. One of the best hitters to play at Oakland University, 339 career average. And he owns HVAC, and he also runs WOW. And WOW is a baseball organization that has representatives from both St. Mary's and Notre Dame Prep. Pretty heavy. I don't think anybody from Country Day, but it should be a fun, interesting matchup with that organization being so heavily involved with both schools.
Yeah,
too.
yeah, it should be West Oakland Wings, the WOW program. Know them well, competed against them well. Brock Porter was actually a WOW kid back in the day. Yeah, he was. Yeah, Brock Porter was probably he was a great shortstop.
Best WOW player of all time?
Gosh.
Was he throwing like 90s at
I think,
12?
Yeah, he or Billy Malecki. No, I'm just. I think they're both good.
Okay.
But Brock Porter, yeah, he was a great shortstop, great athlete. Like he still is a good athlete, but now he just throws 100 miles an hour.
Yep.
But yeah, Brock was great. We faced him a lot. Made us better.
We've got a pinch hitter for Country Day.
You can see Paul, though. He's still like almost like a bull kind of scrubbing the ground. He keeps kind of hitting the ground there, like he's slipping a little bit.
Ryder Novak is the pinch hitter for Country Day, who has come on.
These artificial mounds are tough.
All natural surface here at Notre Dame Prep, Joe. 350 to center, 325 down the lines.
Yeah, but he's contributing to his 1.15 ERA here, Chad.
Oh, it's been a day for the kid. Paul Tavalian with another K. And this time he went a little off speed, Joe.
Yeah, great slider. You know, it's tough when you don't know if that 91's coming in, right? So he throws that slider and just kind of like seatbelt, right? You got to get a seatbelt because it's tough to stay in there.
76 pitches for Paul Tavalian, that as well as the breaking ball over for a strike.
Yeah, and this is something that, you know, again, Paul has not exactly like dominated by getting the first strike. He hasn't had a lot of first strike pitches, but he just gets by because he's such a good, you know, hard thrower and good athlete. But on that one, just a hell of a slider for a strike.
He's battling the leadoff man, Dawkins, the Northwestern commit. He'll play running back for the Wildcats of the Big Ten.
Chad, did you play defense at
corner? Yeah.
Okay, if he's coming around on a sweep,
yeah,
what do you think? Is he going to truck you or is he going to juke you?
I'm getting low on him. He's going nowhere. There's a shot to right field, and that is handled in the right center field gap by Bauman.
I don't know. You see him run around
for out number 2.
I got to tell you.
I'm not saying I'm going to get him, but I'm going to go after him low.
Yeah, you might want to go after him low, but look at those legs. He is going to absolutely truck you right there. No doubt about it.
It's a machine.
Yeah, he's an athlete.
So that will bring up Marvin, Kyler Marvin, the left-handed hitter, 5'10", 200-pound junior. He's part of a movement that'll be back next year for Country Day, along with Anthony Cartwright and L.J. Lanier and Zeldis. And, I mean, there's a lot of guys.
Pieces, yeah.
Wilhelmy.
And, again, you have Marvin coming back as a catcher. I think that you get your catcher coming back for another year. That's
right.
Big. I mean,
Dixon, Oaks.
Yeah. Dinas, obviously.
Dinas, yep. So, cupboard not bare. Swing and a miss. Marvin, a great season. 347 on the year with 16 runs driven in.
Yeah, left-handed hitting catchers are not underrated, my friend. They are great. That's what you want. If you're raising a catcher, young parents out there, make them hit left-handed. Heck, make them switch hit on all the times. I'm telling you, having a left-hander or switch-hitting catcher or shortstop, left-handed shortstop, forget it.
9th strikeout of the day for Paul Tavalian, who's been standing tall today at Notre Dame Prep, looking for his 5th win. He shells another 0 here.
Because your future holds more than you ever imagined.
Because being your best starts with feeling at home.
Because learning is powerful when it is personal.
Because friends make life shine.
And the friends you make now will be friends for life.
Because just beyond your comfort zone is a beautiful place to be.
Because you don't even know all the talents hiding inside you.
Because 1,000 people, all different and each unique, can come together as one.
Because no matter your beliefs, this is the time to grow in spirit and in service to others.
Because the next 4 years will be big, and they can be epic.
Because you don't have to be Irish to be Irish.
Want to thank our friends at Fidelity for making this broadcast possible. Go find their investment centers in Ann Arbor, Farmington Hills, Grand Blanc, Grand Rapids, Novi, and Troy. Get the best. Get Fidelity Investments. Chad Bush and Joe Mooney back with you as you get the split view of things going on. How about that? Alex Westfall wands that wizard-like wand, and it's 3-1. Look at this. You're getting double coverage here. That's West Bloomfield trailing Walled Lake Central. An upset alert in West Bloomfield. It's Evan Stockton and Jay Alexander on the call in WB, and we appreciate that look. We'll have to do that again. But the upset alert is upon us in West Bloomfield right now on Orchard Lake Road.
What inning are they in, Chad?
They're in the 5th. And
the score is?
The score's 3-1. Walled Lake Central, a team that we covered earlier this year, they split with Walled Lake Western in that cold April day in Walled Lake.
That's the thing about baseball, man. And I got to tell you, it does. I mean, there could be a D2 pitcher, like, that could beat a D1 team easy, right? I mean, it's not like football. Typically football, D2, D3, they're not going to beat a D1 team. They're just too talented. But in baseball, anything can happen.
Joe, we have a pinch hitter. Tyler Shubnell is hitting for Essig. And he skies it to right center. Easy chance for Cartwright. And the 10th grader makes the catch for out number 1.
Wait, Cartwright's a 10th grader. My gosh. I'm sorry. I should have known that, but my God, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
We also have a new pitcher on the mound. It's Andrew Nelson, the junior left-hander, 6 foot, 180 pounder. So a lot of changes.
I'll tell you what, though, I like what Coach Lepp's doing, right? He's giving some underclassmen some opportunities to build on the future for next year, right? And I think that he's got an 8-0 lead. There's not a lot of pressure on you. Come in, throw some strikes. He's got Dinas and he's got Nelson, and both good, solid lefties, right? There's a lot to build on in this team, Chad.
I think you're right. Can only wonder what it would have been with Dom Cassisi. Their center fielder has been out for the year since early May. Popped up and out of play. Fan from Auburn Hills will take it home. The sun's starting to hide behind the clouds.
It's not a bad thing. It was like coming down, beating.
Dude, way over.
I mean, I don't think, Chad, that the viewers understand the kind of like absolute toughness that we've exhibited today. I don't think they understand the kind of things that we've had to go through to give them the broadcast that they've gotten today.
How about that move there? That was a good look by our replay operator. Matt Schwartz, who came off sabbatical this morning in a multiple move.
Carter Klein.
That was his first error of the day. I caught his first error. Sorry, Schwartz. You're like 23 out of 24, and I caught your bad one. I'm sorry. Pitches upstairs to Carter Klein, the recent commit to Wayne State, and Ryan Kelly.
He's got great flow, too. Carter Klein's got some great flow.
Ryan Kelly or Carter Klein?
Carter Klein.
Okay. He does.
I mean, it's coming out the back.
He's having a day, too. 2-run single back in the second. This one's handled, though, by the second baseman, Dawkins. And there's 2 outs in the Eaglet 6th. A fine job by Nelson here to deal a pop out to second.
Yeah, I mean, Nelson, again, there's a lot to build on in this team. Nelson just throws a really, really nice changeup on the outside part of the plate and induces a pop-up from a good hitter. Obviously, I mean, you know, Carter Klein is a heck of a hitter.
Having a big day.
Yeah.
So this is Alezai, who's been on base twice today. The Michigan State commit, Anthony Alezai. Looks at one over the strike zone. Anthony started that rally.
He's got the Air Jordan rag out his back right pocket. That's some serious
swag
right there. My gosh.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get a shot of that. I'm not sure if we can get a shot. It's like an Air Jordan thing.
Yeah.
Like coming out, flowing out, just bubbles with swag. Like
there you
blub,
go.
blub, blub. Look at that. Look at that right there. It's like just bubbling with swag in that right back pocket. It just says, I've got some Air Jordans.
Popped up right field. Oakes is on it. Now he gives way to Cartwright. And the side retired. So the Yellow Jackets put up a 0, and they're going to try to get something going at the plate. Eaglets trying to keep the shutout going and try to get to the final dance, the championship game coming up after this.
St. Mary's is a place where boys come to find their place in the world. It's not just a place where we learn what to think. It's a place where we learn how to think. Education of the mind can be found almost anywhere. Education of the soul is what I've been taught at St. Mary's. So, if you think you're ready to be a part of our tradition rooted in success, come see for yourself how St. Mary's is more than just a school.
What makes people stand in this line like this for 3 hours? Because we're not Dunkin' Donuts or Tim Hortons. These donuts are made fresh daily, and it's made with love and consistency. We got the same ingredients. It didn't change. The people know that, and that's why they standing out there.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
Here comes the batter for Country Day to lead things off. Jerry Dixon, 3, 4, and 5 due up for Country Day. Dixon batting .385 on the year. They'll face Paul Tuvalian, who's gone all the way. That's a turf topper that's going to be an infield hit. No chance really for Crichton, Joe, to make the play.
No.
Leadoff single for Dixon.
Yeah, I mean, that's just, he's in. You know, again, Dixon is going to be, Jerry Dixon's going to be he's a junior. He's coming back next year. Another piece to build off as well. I don't know if you saw him fly down the line, though. My gosh. He looked, I mean, there was no chance Crichton could, even if he fielded it totally cleanly, and he still would have been safe by 2 or 3 steps.
Walled Lake Western knocked off North Farmington to get to the championship game at the West Bloomfield District.
Pat the Stat had Tuvalian at how many pitches, we said? He's at 82 right now. Here's the thing. I think that, yeah, I think what he needs to do is, again, don't worry about that runner. You got an 8-run lead. You've got to be really smart here and make sure that you're finishing the game strong, right? Just do your thing.
Eaglet's last regular season game was last Saturday against Heartland. They split with Heartland, losing 2-1 in the first game and winning 6-1. But St. Mary's has had some big wins this year, and they've had quite some momentum going into it. 2 wins over Brother Rice, wins over De La Salle, sweeps over Catholic Central. But today it's Country Day, an old rival that they're having their way with. It hasn't always been this way in the series. Pitches down low, snap throw, and a fine job by Tribal to keep that thing from going into right field. Back quickly is Dixon. No need to really worry about a base runner at this point.
No, but also it's like great Nate Ballman, too. Did you see that? I mean, people don't see, like, the right fielder. He was right there on that back pick, that if it did get past him, he probably would have been able to pick the ball up. He's going. Wow.
Dinas the batter, and he goes foul with it the other way.
Trying to create something, right? Trying to maybe hit and run there. Just trying to get something going here.
The Eaglets with 2 wins over Rochester Adams this year in non-conference, a win over Divine Child. They did not win the Catholic League, but they did finish second in the Catholic League Central Division, regarded as the best division in the state of Michigan. Swing and a miss. Strikeout for Tavalian. And now with one out, Joe, that was a nasty pitch. And they talk about his pitch and the way that it moves, Joe. I mean, just the way that that pitch moves, that fastball.
Yeah. I mean, he's got the 4-seam as well as the 2-seam.
Ground ball, and that was the right dial-up by Lepkowski. That's a base hit to left, and that's the old hit and run working to perfection for Country Day and Ty Rosenberg with a nice base hit here.
Yeah. I'm curious why they had Hudson kind of covering on that one. That's kind of odd. I mean, typically when you have a right-handed hitter, the shortstop's not the one covering second base. Usually the second baseman's covering. So you would think that Carter Klein would do that.
Paul Tavalian getting a big round of applause, well-deserved from the Eaglet faithful as he leaves this Pontiac afternoon with a stellar performance. We'll tell you all about the new pitcher when we come back to Pontiac right after this.
All right, this is Adam, take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss.
McGinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
More wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut. It's senior left-hander Hunter Radzi taking over for Orchard Lake St. Mary's. And the line on Paul Tavalian, a pretty good one, Joe. 10 Ks, 4 walks, and 5 1/3 innings pitched. And now it's up to Radzi to hold this shutout.
Yeah, that's what you need from your senior #1 player, right? Come in, first district game, calm everyone else down, and throw a gem, and he did. I mean, he was effective. He was dominant. He was great. He did exactly what he needed to do.
Radzi's first offering is a off-speed pitch. He will face Cartwright. Anthony Cartwright, 6'4", 225.
Over 30 offers for football, Chad.
Impressive. Tight end receiver.
I don't know. I got to find that out.
No, that was a statement.
Okay. It kind of had a little question mark at the end. It was a little crescendo at the end.
Tight ends and wide receivers now are
interchangeable.
Oh, Mom said 35 offers. 45?
Dang.
Let's call it 50.
Offers.
Let's just call it half a hundo.
Like if who has an offer? We're just going to shame
Let's call them out.
We're going to shame them right now.
Okay. Radzi to the set, checks the runner at second, Dixon. And Alezai says, I didn't ask for this 6th inning workout in an eighth inning game.
You know, Chad,
nothing game.
I read something about they commit now. These kids commit, and then to keep the commitment, they pay them like $20,000 a month. Did you see that on the? Yeah,
Mom's ears just perked up.
Mom's ears. I can get her $20,000 a month on just having her commit, and I'll get you some NIL money.
Man.
Little collectives.
240 pounds.
He's a monster.
He wears it well, huh?
He does.
Wish I could wear 240 like that.
Yeah, I don't look like that.
No. You're not 240 either.
Come on, Chad.
You're like 221, I think.
Yeah.
Check back. Of all mass, I saw it in your golf game. A lot of power in this Joe Mooney drive.
Oh, thank you.
That's a walk for Radzi. I did beat him, though, with strokes.
Yeah, with strokes, asterisk.
Well, you'll have to come to my home course, and we'll play, and we'll do it.
That's great.
We've got a pinch hitter. It's Carter Tiernan. Carter Tiernan, the senior right-handed hitter, 6'2", 215.
Another imposing guy. I mean, like I said, they don't miss weight room days.
We've got an update, as you can see, in the bottom of the 6th. It's a 3-2 game with 1 out, nobody on. West Bloomfield trailing Walled Lake Central 3-2.
That's huge.
Strike called. That was the changeup on the inside corner for a called strike against Carter Tiernan.
Yeah, West Bloomfield. That would be. Would it be as big of an upset, you think, Chad, as the Rochester Adams game yesterday? That was a gigantic upset. I mean, my alma mater.
But I think Lake Orion has some postseason pedigree that maybe carried them a little bit in that.
Chris Bell,
Walled Lake Central doesn't really have that, and they're building something. They're an up-and-coming program under new leadership. But strike called. Back to first is Cartwright. Lezai scared the out of him with his Horwitzer. Rosenberg at second. Dixon at third, Cartwright at first. The bases are loaded with 1 out. And Ratsey trying to get out of Dodge.
It's a good pitch there, actually, thought on a 0-2 count.
Country Day, of course, an independent. No league. Foul tipped into the glove. Got him on strikes. A big one for Hunter and the Eaglets.
Yeah, that was a nice slide piece they threw there. And again, hats off there because Ratsky actually threw a really nice pitch, slider. And again, I think that he was right on it. Carter Tiernan was right on it. But
ground ball left side. It's going to get through into score Dixon. Rosenberg behind him and he'll score. So the Yellow Jackets break the seal on the Wilhelmi 2-run single to left. 8-2 now.
The big fella did a great job here. Just kind of, again, keeps the hands inside the ball. It's an outside pitch. Just shoots it in the left center or left side, and man, just a great piece of hitting there. That is a dive. That's a 45 dive right there that he basically took the inside linebacker, pushed him out, and created a nice hole in left side.
Been waiting for that.
Really nice.
You got a chance to do that again.
He's given me several opportunities. This
runner was 5.
The real deal.
This is Radsey now facing Novak, who came in to hit earlier in this game last inning.
6'4" stack monster. 6'4" stack monster. What movie, Chad? 6'4" stack, or is it 6'2" stack? 6'2" stack monster. 6'2".
You got me.
All the right moves.
Oh, great movie.
Yeah, Tom Cruise.
Yeah. Let's take those old records off the shelf.
That's risky business, my friend.
Right.
My
This is
gosh,
the football
Chad.
with Robin Williams.
Yes, he's at Ampipe High School. Not Robin. Ampipe High School in Pennsylvania.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, all the right moves. Everyone's looking at me. Yeah, all the right moves. It's a great movie.
All right. You're a little older than me, clearly.
6'2". Oh, please. 6'2" stack monster.
Novak awaits the pitch with Cartwright at second, Wilhelmi at first, and a changeup that was filthy from Hunter Radsey, the senior lefty reliever. Pitching is the strength of this St. Mary's team, very deep with arms. They've only had to show 1, now 2 today.
Yeah, we were interviewing our coach there, and I got to tell you, St. Mary's, and wow, I was shocked at what he was telling us.
Yeah.
Like, he was saying, I think that it's like 5 guys in the 90s. So he has 5 dudes that are throwing the 90s. I mean, it's insanity. So I think they've got plenty of options, and so there's lots in the stable there, Chad, so to speak.
It's been the strength. That's the off-speed pitch Alezai's had to block. Cartwright stays put at second base, but in a long 6th inning.
Like, think about that. Like, when you were growing up, back in the day, way back in the day, having 5 guys on your staff that throw 90. I mean, you have
5
one
guys
guy
that throw 80.
One guy would throw 90, and everyone would know him in the state, right? One guy in the state I'm talking about.
Sure.
And everyone would know who that guy is.
No doubt. So that's a walk. Bases are loaded. And how about this? Chase Dawkins is up. the Northwestern commit, looking to do some damage and stick around for a little longer. Dawkins, 352 hitter. And this is a guy that Country Day's happy to have. With,
there's a lot of fight in this team.
Yeah,
I mean,
far from over. 2 runs in the 6th inning for Country Day. That's a grounder right up. Radsey knocks it down, saves 1 run. Safe at first. So an infield single for Dawkins. It's an RBI as Cartwright scores, and it's now 8-3.
I tell you what, man, Radsky does a really good job of trying to prevent that ball from going up the middle. But Dawkins, he's got the ball, and he could go all the way.
You see that speed, that Big Ten speed. Nick DePonio is halfway out.
Yeah, there wasn't a cornerback catching him, Chad.
No.
He was flying down the line. Impressive athlete.
We'll see if Nick's going to make a move or have a chat. But it sets the stage for Kyler Marvin, the 2-hitter.
And
it's a lefty-on-lefty matchup.
Yeah.
St. Mary's will try to exercise
Kyler Marvin's
here.
had a great year this year, too. He's been spectacular.
We've got a tie ball game in West Bloomfield. And there you see the hugs. And there you see the new pitcher coming in. And that new pitcher is Chestnut for Walled Lake Central. Back to this one. Ground ball. Fly ball, rather. Center field deep going back. And it's over the head of Duff. That's a ground rule double. Duff is down, but that's a ground rule double. They'll have to send the runners back. Wilhelmy will score. It's now 8-4. They'll have to send Novak and Dawkins back. But Preston Duff is down, and it's a ground rule double. It hit the turf and bounced over the fence.
Yeah, Chad, remember I was talking about earlier in the game that you have the wind is hard. If you could see the flag, the wind is blowing out to left field hard. And so he takes a charge into this thing. But obviously Duff is having a hard, and it just falls. Basically, it is a tough play to make. But that wind, if you can take a look at the flag, you'll see that there is it's a stiff, probably 15, 20 mile an hour wind out there.
Yeah.
And Duff had a hard time understanding where to play that ball.
Well, you got to worry about it too because Duff is down.
Yeah.
No, Duff is down. I think he hit his head. I mean, he's slow to get up. There's concern there, and so they'll have to come out and take a look at his health.
Yeah.
He's slow to get up, fell back. We'll get another look, Joe. I mean, he falls
right back
backpedaling and boom.
Yeah, I thought it was his shoulder because a lot of times those
Might have been.
Those things, when you're stretching out, you have, the shoulder issue you have to worry about. But either way, how about
Marvin and the comeback by Country Day?
That was a seed, first of all. I mean, Marvin put a charge into that ball, and that was an absolute rocket out there.
So while the concern in center field with Duff, and he will stay in that game.
It's good.
Tougher than a $2 stake. Meanwhile, West Bloomfield trailed 3-1 in this game. You're seeing on the other side of the split screen. They've now tied it, Joe. It's 3-3. Chestnut is in with runners at the corners.
Yeah, Josh Bernberg, that he's going to do everything he possibly can do to escape this potential upset. He's a great coach over at West Bloomfield. He really cares about his players. He's not just a coach that's rolling the balls out. Josh Bernberg is a guy that basically really cares. I mean, I'm a big fan of that guy.
Yep. So 8-5 is the score. They did allow that other run to score. So
we got a ball game here, Chad.
We do. It's Dixon at third. And we've got a pinch runner at first, and now we're going to get a pitching change. So after all that, Nick says, I'm going to go get a new arm. We'll step aside. We'll tell you all about the new arm when we come back to Pontiac. Thanks for watching the Preps coverage on NFHS Playoff Baseball.
Hi, I'm Nick DePonio, and this is HVAC.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss.
McGinley scores!
Chad and Joe back with you. The Eaglets are saying, wait a minute, this thing's getting really close. They had a 8-0 lead when this inning started, and after taking Tuvalian out, it's now a 3-run game, and the Eaglets will go to the pen again, and they'll bring on Jaden Oliver, the right-hander.
Well, I keep saying that St. Mary's has got 5 guys in the 90s, and Jaden Oliver is one of the kids that throws in the 90s. He's going to be 92. He's got a natural cutter, actually. So you're going to see his ball. That's it right there. You're going to see his have a natural cut as well. And again, he's got a huge ceiling. This kid is going to be really, really good for many, many years. His brother is Jason Oliver that plays at Indiana, was a star here at St. Mary's. But
you bet.
Yeah, Jaden Oliver, he can bring it here. This will be a good battle here.
And a different look, Joe, than what they just saw with the left-hander Radzi. It's a soft toss and lefty to a hard-throwing righty.
Yeah.
So that always adds a different look. Here's Jerry Dixon, who represents the tying run in this game. It was an 8-0 St. Mary's lead, but 5 for Country Day, who's saying, wait a minute, we're not done yet. They've got 4 outs to work with. Oliver to the set. Jaden, the senior, deals. And there you see that fastball that Dixon just missed. Oliver, a guy that his brother, as Joe mentioned, was a St. Mary's grad. Jason Oliver on the all Big Ten freshman team last year at Indiana. It's a very talented family.
Very talented family. Jason's a great player, and Jaden's no different.
Dixon against Oliver, and it's grounded to first, handled by Tribal, and a big out by Oliver to come on in the 6th. But it's a loud 6th for Country Day. They come biting back and buzzing around for 5 in the 6th.
We are the MHSAA, a collection of 750 high schools and 750 middle schools, from Temperance to Copper Harbor, from New Buffalo to Alpena. Each year, more than 250,000 students play one of our 28 sports. More than 1.5 million fans attend our postseason games. There are 30,000 coaches and 8,000 officials, not to mention all of the volunteers. The MHSAA believes in the 4 S's. School sports should be safe and kept in the appropriate scope. We believe nothing beats great sportsmanship, and that scholarship in the classroom is more important than excellence on the field or court. Most of all, we believe school sports should be fun. So come out and join us at a game. Support your school, support your community, and come see what the excitement is all about.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss.
McGinley scores!
Nine, 1-2 for St. Mary's, who's seen their lead shrink thanks to 5 fighting runs for the buzzing Yellow Jackets in the 6th. Here's Preston Duff, Joe, who fell back trying to field that ball in center field. You got to have some concern with his health right now.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he's staying in the game, so I mean, I think you're hurt or you're injured, right? So I think that's one of those things that he's a tough kid.
He's had a big, big day, 3 RBIs, ground ball routine to short, Rosenberg throw to first, and they do not get him. A backhanded attempt by Dinas, but it's Duff who's on base for the 4th time today.
And Rosie's been like lights out. This is had to go to his right a little bit to hard throw. Tough pick over at first base as well. I mean,
we'll see how they score it. The good news is we don't have to score it.
Yeah, that's a tweener.
We'll just see how they do it.
Rosie's done a good job this year, or this game.
Yes, sir. So that will flip to the top, and this is Luke Crichton. Luke having a big, big year. 400-plus average. 13 stolen bases. 15 runs driven in. Watch for Duff here. Guy that already has stolen 3 bases in this game, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, again, we talked about his ability to play soccer as well. And I think, I mean, tell me a soccer player that's slow, right? I mean, maybe the goalie. I don't know. But, like, tell me a soccer player that's slow, right? So this kid's a good athlete. And you got Luke Crichton up here. He's been under the ball the majority of the game. I mean, he's got, I think, 3 pop-ups.
Yep.
And so I think he gets on plane here, and I think he hits a seed.
Oh, swing and a miss. Nelson ties him up. The junior Andrew Nelson on in relief for Country Day, who has now thrown their 4th pitcher today. Luke leaves that one upstairs. Snap throw from Marvin down to Dinas, but
good throw by Marvin. You know, keeping him honest over there at first. It's so funny about this game too, Chad. I mean, it was an 8-0 game. We're kind of like, okay, let's go on to the next one. And
things change quickly, didn't
yeah, yeah, very quickly.
Credit the fight for
There's
this.
another 2-strike, foul ball by Crichton. How many times have we seen that today, right?
Yeah, he's wasted a lot of balls.
Mhm.
Not always a bad thing.
No, it's great.
Making Nelson work. Bauman in the on-deck circle.
I think Duff goes here. I think Duff goes on first move here.
Perhaps the hit and run.
Nope.
Soft toss in Nelson, and the Indiana commit, Luke Crichton, the leadoff hitter, having a big year.
I still think Duff is going to make a move.
Already 2 stolen bases today. Don't forget, Notre Dame Prep has earned the right to play in the championship game here. We'll have that for you on a different link here on NFHS. There goes Duff. As predicted, the throw down and not in time.
Yeah, Tony Romo on the call here for baseball. No big deal. I kind of made the call on that one. I'm sorry, Chad, did I make that call?
You did.
Yeah, thank
you did. I mean, Ray Charles could have made that call.
No,
but
that's
you
not
did.
true. He actually, what happened was, when Crichton fouled it off, he kind of slapped his hand like, oh, man, I should have jumped on that one.
Half credit. Fly ball left field. That's twisting foul. And that was a deep one. Again, that wind, and you've mentioned it, is blowing out.
It is. It is. I mean, I think your viewers can just, like, tune in, and I'll just, maybe 5 seconds before the thing. It's like a tape delay.
All right, Tony, what do you got here?
I'll tell you
What's happening here, Tony?
Crichton hits a seed.
Okay.
Crichton hits a seed.
Okay.
3-2 count. Crichton hits a seed.
Pitch is upstairs. You're wrong.
Well, if he would have got a pitch.
Well, I mean, 2 runners are on, nobody out, and this sets the stage for the Eaglets' hottest hitter right now, Nate Bauman.
Nate Bauman's got a lot of swag walking up, man. He is confident. Very confident. I like it. I like it, Chad.
Couple hits today, an infield hit, and also a shot to left that drove in a run. Or no, it did not. 2 for 2, though, with 2 runs scored for Bauman. He's been on base 3 times. A great bunt here, and nobody will get him. This is a masterpiece. Nelson's going to eat it, but this was a beauty. Duff will go to third, and Bauman has a 3 for 3 day. Joe.
Yeah, I mean, I got to tell you, you wouldn't think that Bauman, being the number 2 hitter, would probably bunt on this, but he does, and he lays down an absolute beauty. Man, that was a great bunt. He couldn't have placed that bunt any better.
No.
And I got to tell you, the Tony Romo effect, I wouldn't have thought he was going to bunt. Number 2 hitter, bunting.
You've lost your mojo.
I haven't. Now it's bases loaded with Tribal up. Or no, with Pastevich up, it should be. Now here's the thing. Pastevich has popped out twice to the third baseman. I'm going to say he's going to hit a seed here. I'm going to say it. Like, he's going to hit a seed here. He's due.
Had an RBI walk his last time up, and he looks at a off-speed pitch in the outside corner. for strike one. Nobody out. Eaglets threatening. Bases loaded. Trying to answer the 5 from Country Day in the bottom half of the previous inning. Nowhere to put him. Brustevich looking for more RBIs. He's got 40 on the year now to lead the Eaglets. Notre Dame commit Hunter Brustevich. Hudson Brustevich.
Hudson. You keep going Hunter.
That's his cousin.
That's good. He's hunting fastballs is what he's doing, right? But it is Hudson. Hudson named after the J.L. Hudson building, actually.
Do you know that as a fact?
No. I just thought that would be kind of funny to say that. No.
Why let the facts get in the way of a good
The
broadcast?
lady from Okemos actually smiled in the crowd over there. She was like, "Oh, that's so funny." He said Hudson, J.L. Hudson building. Yeah.
Fun fact about Hudson.
Yeah.
He once attended Notre Dame Prep in the 3rd grade.
No way.
Yeah.
Why only in the 3rd grade?
I didn't ask the follow-up, Joe.
That would have been an obvious follow-up for me.
One and done.
What'd I tell you? What'd I tell you? What'd I tell
High
you?
fly ball deep to right, way back and gone. Hudson Brustevich.
Why do your people even tune in right now? My gosh, I can just make the call every time. I told you.
Grand slam is 9th of the year, and the Eaglets get 4 back the long way. A crispy bomb to right, and all they could do was watch it. 12-5 OLSM. Wow.
Yeah, he popped out twice to the shortstop. In this one, he, as predicted, I should say, gets a fastball in the inner half and just absolutely turns on it. Bombs away right there. That was such good. You can see even the flag there actually like blowing out to the left too.
That one hit Betty Rubel's car.
Yeah.
And that one was a long ways out. So the Brustevich homer has given the Eaglets a bit of a chance to breathe again. Country Day's gone back to their pen. We'll go back to the breaks. We're back in 30 seconds.
Look, everybody wanna go and talk it. At the same time, gotta walk it. Better yet, run, go, hit a lick, divvy up with my homies, and we do it all again.
At Alliance Catholic Credit Union, we're your financial guardian angel. We're here to help you achieve your dreams. A new home, a Catholic education, that business you are working to build. We're here to support the goals of your family, your retirement, and the community that surrounds you. We're here to offer your trusted financial services inspired by Catholic values. And like your guardian angel, we'll always be by your side. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. So here comes Andrew Tribal. We're in the top of the 7th. The Eaglets riding home on the grand slam from Mr. Brustevich. Hudson. His 9th of the year. And now 43 RBIs.
Chad, am I going to become like a circus guy that basically like you would look to me, what's he going to do here, and then I just say it and then it happens?
Well, you got to guess some.
Am I like
weights, too.
Oz the Mentalist a little bit, right?
You're getting there. You
Okay.
got a few more reps to prove it. Tribal here, prediction, please.
Tribal here. How many outs we got here? Hold on, let me lock in.
Tribal swings and drives this one high and deep to left. That's deep near the corner, and that is fair down the line. Tribal with his 2nd double today. Still nobody out, and the Eaglets looking to still clean up with their cleanup hitter.
Yeah, here's the thing. The left fielder was really playing Tribal to basically to pull the ball, and so Novak over there in left, that's a tough ball to get to.
Yep.
I mean,
spinning away,
yeah,
the whole deal.
I mean, no, that he probably had a run, and I'm not exaggerating, probably 60 yards.
Mm-hmm. So Tribal at 2nd, good speed, and that'll bring up Wyatt Borby, the senior. An update in West Bloomfield. Walled Lake Central has scored in the 7th to take a 4-3 lead over the Lakers. But they do have the leadoff man on. There's a swing and a drive to center. Cartwright back, makes the catch. Tribal has to hustle back to second. And that's the first out of the inning. A loud out from Borby.
Great play by Cartwright. Played that really well. Like, that was impressive. That's not an easy ball. That ball, again, the wind is blowing hard, 20 miles an hour out. Cartwright drop steps to his right and basically makes a really nice stab. Cartwright's a good athlete. Obviously, we've talked about Cartwright before, but think about these. He's a tight end wide receiver, somewhat of a DN getting recruited, but he's got over 45 offers. He's got offers from, I mean, these aren't like offers from like,
Don't say it. Just keep going.
What was your alma mater again? Okay. No, like
Central
Alabama.
Michigan. Don't say it.
Alabama, Notre Dame, Michigan, Michigan State, Ohio State. Well, that's a bad offer.
No, it's not.
That's
not
an
you're
offer.
a Michigan
That's
grad.
not an offer he wants to consider. He does not even want to consider that Ohio State offer.
Michigan guy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So doesn't want to consider that. Oregon, Penn State, Tennessee. I mean, that is pretty impressive from that center fielder. And he's patrolling center field like,
he's
Ken
a
Griffey Jr.
defensive
over there.
end. He's also projected as a defensive end from
Yeah.
a lot of these
Playing
schools.
center field. Like,
Playing
talk
center
about the
field.
athlete
Yeah.
this kid is. Like, keep
Impressive.
an eye on this kid. I mean,
Just a
Anthony
sophomore.
Cartwright, just a sophomore. Anthony Cartwright. That is impressive, I will
Yep.
tell you.
Football, basketball, and baseball.
Yeah. He should just tell Ohio State he has no interest right now. But the other ones are great. I mean, other ones are great.
Oh, man. So that's a walk. And Nelson Nelson's given way to Henry Deemer, the 10th grader, 5'10", 165.
And I love Coach Lepp for what he's doing here. He's building on the program by getting a lot of kids some action in a tightly contested battle, but also one that is one that they can build on for next year. Right, a lot of sophomores, a lot of juniors he's playing, and I'm really impressed by what they have, what Country Day has in the future.
Here's Carter Klein, who committed to Wayne State last week. There go the runners on the double steal. Strike called. So Tribal to third and Duff to second. What are you laughing at?
Klein did not like that pitch.
No.
His
Well,
body language to the umpire is hilarious.
Nick DePonio calling him one of the keys to OLSM's success. And you talked about it. The guys at the 6, 7, 8 spot, very important. He stepped up today. He's been big.
Yeah.
That two RBI single.
Carter Klein, you can look at him, and I'll tell you, he didn't even care. He kind of wanted to wear that one, didn't he?
Yeah.
He didn't even back out of there.
A little angry right now.
Yeah. But Carter Klein is someone that can you envision him with 25 more pounds on? Like literally, like he's going to get in the weight room, and he's very projectable.
Strike 3 called, and Klein won't be sending any Christmas cards to the home plate umpire.
Yeah.
Strike 3 and 2 are out, and credit the pitcher Henry Deemer, but these are tight, close calls, and umpires got dinner reservations.
Yeah, that's the upper part of the zone, but it's a good frame by the catcher. Got to give it up to my guy Kyler Marvin there behind the dish. That was a heck of a frame.
So
that's an art too.
Here's Alezai. And Alezai has had a busy day on the base pass. He's walked a couple times.
I will tell you that Kyler Marvin does a pretty good job of framing because he's fooling the people in the stands here at least. Wow, that's not a strike. That's crazy.
4 runs in on the Brustevich grand slam. After Country Day put up 5 in the 6th. There's a shot to center, hit hard but right at Cartwright for the final out of the 7th. Eaglets strike back with 4, a little bit of breathing room. Last call coming up right after this.
Hi, I'm Nick DePonio, and this is HVAC.
covering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss.
McGinley scores!
Chad Bush and Joe Mooney back with you. We are The Prep. You can contact us. We wish you would. info@theprepsports.com. Follow us on our social medias, ThePrep3, and all over. We appreciate our friends on NFHS bringing this action to you. Right now, we've got double action as we're looking live at West Bloomfield and Walled Lake Central. And 2 men on and 1 out with Malcheski on the mound for Walled Lake Central. And here's that K. Meanwhile, here we've got the final call for for Detroit Country Day. And it's Oliver on relief. Oliver got the final out of the last inning, and it was a big one.
It was a huge one.
Stopped the bleeding.
Yeah, I mean, Jay Dolliver came in and fired strikes. And again, he's got stuff that is, 90-92 that basically can get outs easily in high school. Easily. All he has to do is throw strikes. And that's easier said. I feel like one of those coaches, just throw strokes, Johnny. Yep. Just throw strikes. My gosh, what's wrong with you? You get ahead of the batter. It's a lot easier said than done, my friend. But right there is a strike. Like, he does that all day long. It's going to be hard to hit him.
Yep, you bet. So, the batter, Connor Denis.
There it is again.
Strike. Oliver, a hot arm. 91-92 with that fastball. He's got a cutter to go with it. A lot of natural glove side movement. And he walked him there in what might have been a cross-up.
Number 17, Ty Rosenberg.
Here's Ty Rosenberg. He's had a busy day defensively. He's also had a hit in this game. We'll get a courtesy runner. That'll be Max McCullough, the junior, at 5'9", 160 to run for Connor Denis.
And again, I mean, he's again another underclassman. I keep talking about this, Chad, but a lot to build on. A lot to build on here at Country Day.
Swing and a miss.
Yeah, that's gas. Ty Rosie. My guy, Rosie.
Batting .329 on the year. Team leader in runs driven in with 18. He's played a perfect shortstop today.
Yeah, he's done really well. You know what I like about this kid?
No, tell me, please.
Besides playing a good shortstop, he doesn't wear batting gloves. That's like a old school right there, right? Like spit in your hands and basically don't wear batting gloves. I like that. That's just that's gritty right there. Rosie, you're gritty. I like it.
We've got an update from West Bloomfield coming. Something has happened. Swing and a grounder foul wide of the bag at third.
Like, how many kids do you know that don't wear batting gloves?
Yep. Here you see the celebration. West Bloomfield wins it, and they walk off Walled Lake Central. They entered the inning trailing 4-3. They come out of it winning 5-4 and advance to take on Walled Lake Western in a crazy come-from-behind win at their home field.
Rosie's doing a good job here fighting. Jaden Oliver is a legit pitcher here, so Rosie with the no glass and no batting gloves on is impressive. I can't get over that. I've never seen that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Strike three called. Straight cheddar at 92 on the inside corner. Good luck with that one.
That was a fabulous pitch. Like that is probably I'm not just saying that's probably one of the best pitches I've seen. To Chad's point, 91, 92 on the inside part. That's hard to catch up with, man. Especially because he's like, I wonder if he's going to throw a breaking ball. And then all of a sudden, bam.
Yep.
And here's the football star, right?
Anthony Cartwright. 852 offers as of last check this
I got
morning.
to tell you, I think I could basically work with his mom and dad And
bro, you're going to be their agent in about 5 minutes.
I'm not kidding. I could get that kid NIL stuff.
I mean,
the
I would sign you right
He's
now.
a sophomore too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I got more than 24 months of like collectives I could collect for this guy.
All right, bro.
Just make them. Just make the. Hey, Grant Newsome. I got Grant Newsome on the phone right now at Michigan. I got to tell you.
I mean, throwback to first, and they got him. Oh boy. That ends the ball game on a gun down from Anthony Alezai. That ends the ball game. The Eaglets win it 12-5. They'll advance to play Notre Dame Prep, who beat Madison Heights Lamphere 8. We'll talk to our G of the game coming up in a moment. Your thoughts on this game, sir?
Great game. I mean, it's what I frankly expected. Just a hard-nosed Country Day team, as well as a great pitching performance by Paul Tavilian. So, you know, it's kind of it lived up to the and also Hudson Brusevich, Notre Dame commit, hitting an absolute bomb. So it lived up to what I expected, and really good game on both fronts.
Back with highlights, stats, and much more. The G of the game right after this.
What makes a school great? What sets this school apart? It can be a challenge to sum up or pin down, because it's so many things. Some you would expect, some you would never imagine, a few you will never forget, ever. It's discovering new talents, challenges to rise to, chances to shine. It's growing in spirituality and character, knowing we are each called by God to be a light in the world. It's exploring widely, understanding deeply. It's a family of friendships, passion in action, service to others, and maybe most important, it's a spirit that lifts us up, drives us forward, brings us together, and once experienced, makes you part of Notre Dame Prep forever.
St. Mary's is a place where boys come to find their place in the world. It's not just a place where we learn what to think, it's a place where we learn how to think. Education of the mind can be found almost anywhere. Education of the soul is what I've been taught at St. Mary's. So, if you think you're ready to be a part of our tradition rooted in success, come see for yourself more than just a school.
What makes people stand in this line like this for 3 hours? Because we're not Dunkin' Donuts or Tim Hortons. These donuts are made fresh daily, and it's made with love and consistency. We got the same ingredients. It didn't change. And that's why they standing out there.
At Alliance Catholic Credit Union, we're your financial guardian angel. We're here to help you achieve your dreams. A new home, a Catholic education, that business you are working to build. We're here to support the goals of your family, your retirement, and the community that surrounds you. We're here to offer your trusted financial services inspired by Catholic values. And like your guardian angel, we'll always be by your side. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss.
McGinley scores!
Here we go. I'm Joe Mooney here with the G of the game, Paul Tavilian. Congratulations, Paul.
Thank you.
Paul, was an unbelievable performance this morning or this afternoon against a very tough Country Day team. Paul, tell us a little bit about your performance and how did you feel out there today?
I felt pretty good today.
turf was a little slippery, so I had to slow it down, kind of trying to find the arm path.
Yeah, tell us about that, because this is an artificial turf, and I know that in the Catholic League Championship you kept stomping, your cleat on there. Tell us a little bit about, for the viewers at home, how that actually works in terms of artificial turf.
With artificial turf, after it gets beat down after a while, after constant use, it tends to get pretty low and slippery. So you just have to find the right cleats to pitch on.
Yeah.
Or you have to shorten your stride or find the right spot on the mound to pitch.
Yeah, so it's tough to make that adjustment, is it not?
Yeah.
Well, you sure did today. Unbelievable. Had a great shutout going for yourself. I mean, just did a great job. You've been lights out, under now a 1 ERA for the year. That's incredible, Paul. I mean, congratulations.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about your college choice as well. So I know that you're going down to North Carolina. We're pretty excited about that. Tell us a little bit about why you made that choice and what you're looking forward to.
I went on my visit, talked to the coaches. I loved how they talked to me. They were honest, told me that they're going to work me hard, told me nothing's guaranteed. I loved it down there, great weather. Don't have to deal with the winter, which is nice. And I just had a connection with one of the coaches, Blake Bean, former player, and I just loved it. Everything there is just, I thought it was for me.
Well, I know Blake Bean personally as well, and Blake Bean is one of the greatest guys I've met. What an unbelievable alumnus for St. Mary's. He's a patrolled center field for us and has been one of the greats as well, but also a really great person off the field as well. You're in good hands, Paul. Congratulations, our G of the game, Paul Tavoulian. Congratulations, Paul.
Thank you, Joe.
Look, everybody wanna go and talk it. At the same time, gotta walk it. Better yet, run, go, hit a lick, divvy up with my homies, and we do it all again. Whenever we get it, there's no hesitation, no.
Welcome back. This one's a final in a ball game that ends 12-5. The Eaglets had an 8-0 lead in this one, Joe. They got the offense going. Tavoulian was humming. And then a little bit of turbulence in the end. Country Day made things very interesting in the 6th.
Yeah, you got to give credit to Country Day. They didn't give up. They basically, fought hard. And Paul Tavoulian was just too much at the beginning and too much for them to actually overcome. But, you got to give credit to a good, storied program like Country Day. They fought back hard, and, hey, hats off to them. And there's a great future for Country Day as well. I mean, I think that the future is very bright for them. They have a lot of class stars that are coming up.
Outstanding production for the Eaglets from the bottom, the top, and the middle. Duff at the bottom with a couple hits, was on base 4 times. Carter Klein with a couple hits, clutch hits at that. And then Tribal did his normal thing. Hudson Brustevich with a big blow. And Bauman also was special in that 2-hole.
Yeah, you knew Hudson Brustevich after 2 pop-ups out to the shortstop. You knew that he is just due, and he just teed off on that fastball inside. So you knew that was going to happen. But again, I keep talking about the 6, 7, 8, 9 hitters, right? That's what great teams that win state champions. They have 2 things. They have 1, 2, and 3 starters, which again they have a stable full of starters over at St. Mary's. 5 guys that can throw in the 90s, and then they have 6, 7, 8, 9 guys that can contribute to run production.
We've got Notre Dame Prep and Orchard Lake St. Mary's next for all the marbles in Pontiac. Thanks for watching. The Eaglets win it 12-5 over Country Day. We'll talk to you on a separate link on NFHS coming up right after this.